ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So welcome to all of you for today's session. So Srimad Bhagavatam, we are discussing the today's session Srimad Bhagavatam's third canto, 27th chapter. We start 27th chapter. So in the yesterday's class, morning class, we discussed 26th chapter about the Vishwarupa and how it is getting the life. When Paramatma entered, then only so Virat Rupa got the life. So that we should understand that not other demigods are really giving the life to this universe will form, but Paramatma, Krishna himself. So Krishna is far superior than other so demigods. Now we will be beginning this chapter, 27th chapter. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Prakrtisto Vipursho Najyate Prakrutai Gunai Avikara Akatrutva Nirgunatva Jalakava. Translation. The personality of Godhead, Kapila continued, when the living entity is thus unaffected by the modes of material nature because of because he is unchanging and doesn't claim proprietorship, he remains apart from reactions of the modes. Although abiding in a material body, just as the sun remains aloof from its reflection on water. The summary of this chapter is like this. Online, Shila, Sanjay is saying. सप्तविंशे भक्ति मिश्र ज्ञान साधन विस्तृते ओम प्रकृतयो विवेकाच मोक्ष रीति उदयते मोक्ष रीति उदीयते. In 27th chapter, we are going to see Bhakti Mishra Jnana Sadhana. Jnana sadhanas which are mixed with the Bhakti. Bhakti Mishra Jnana. Jnana Mishra Bhakti no. What is the difference between Bhakti Mishra Jnana and Jnana Mishra Bhakti? Huh? Can you speak in my la?
Jnana is predominantly some bhakti also. Bhakti also.
I am asking Jnana Mishra Bhakti and Bhakti Mishra Jnana.
There, majority we can see the
Bhakti Mishra Jnana, Bhakti is majority. And Jnana Mishra Bhakti, Jnana is majority. Exactly you are saying this is the reverse. Jnana Mishra Bhakti, Bhakti is predominant. And Bhakti Mishra Jnana, Jnana is predominant. Understood? So, Bhakti Mishra Jnana. Bhakti Mishra Jnana. So, Bhakti is mixed with the Jnana. So, Jnana is what? Prominent. Bhakti is a little bit different. Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Bhakti is prominent. Jnana is a little bit. Okay? Huh? So, in this chapter, we are going to see Bhakti Mishra Jnana, the Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Bhakti Mishra Jnana. That means which is predominant here? Jnana is predominant and Bhakti is little bit. We are going to see. We will see later the questions. So, Bhakti Mishra Jnana sadhanas are being discussed here. And not only that, Pum Prakrutayoho Viveka. That means the difference between the purusa and Prakrti are also being discussed in this. Purusa and Prakriti's difference is also being said. And so, by knowing the difference between Purusha and Prakriti, how we can get moksha, moksha riti is being discussed. By knowing the Bhakti Mishra Jnana, so by Bhakti Mishra Jnana, how can we get the moksha is also being discussed. Understand? Moksha riti, the way of getting moksha is being explained through what? By knowing through the what? Through the difference, through the viveka. That is knowing the difference between the human prakriti. By this also one can get moksha, and also one can get by practicing Bhakti Misra Jnana sadhanas. जा रहे हैं या नहीं अंदर सभी शब्द अलग अलग दिख रहे हैं ठीक है नहीं जा रहे हैं समझ के और एक बार समझ स्क्रीन शेयरिंग मैंने फिर किया अभी क्या हुआ है ना Okay. In this chapter, what we are seeing in this scene, What we are going to see in this chapter? The process of getting moksha through knowing the difference between purusa and prakriti and by practicing bhakti misra jnana sadhanas. Okay? Bhakti misra jnana sadhanas means jnana is prominent, bhakti is a little. And knowing difference between the Purusha and Prakriti means knowing difference between the Jivatma and Prakriti. Okay? This is a summary of the chapter. So what is being said in the first sloka? So let us see now. In first sloka we are seeing Prakrtisthopi Purusho Najyate Prakritaihi Gunaihi Avikarat Akartrutvat Nirgunatvat Jalatkavat. Jalatkavat, seen, that is the reflection of the sun in the water. So here it is being said, Viveka Gnanena Moksham Upadayitum Jivatman Prakriti Vivaktena Darsheti. In this first sloka, we are seeing what method? This is a method one and this is a method two. Using these two methods, you can get the moksha. By knowing the difference between the Prakriti and Purusha, also you can attain liberation. Or otherwise, by practicing the Bhakti Misra Jnana Sadhanas, also you can get the liberation. So now we are going to see, by knowing the difference between the Prakriti and Purusha, so how one can get the moksha. So this we are going to discuss. That means this one we are going to see. Okay? Is it clear now? The first sloka we are seeing that the difference between Prakriti and Purusha. So that how we can get moksha we are going to see. So how to know the difference between the Prakriti and Purusha is being said. Prakrtisthopi Purusha Prakritai Gunaihi na ajyate. What it means? When the living entity is thus unaffected by the modes of material nature, because he is unchanging and doesn't claim proprietorship, he remains apart from the reactions of the modes. Although abiding in the material body, just as the sun remains aloof from its reflection on the water. Jivatma, even he is in the body, is really unaffected actually. He is unaffected. Like the example is given. When there is a reflection of the sun, is there any effect in the sun? So because being reflected in the water. So if there is a reflection of the sun in the water, so is there any effect is there in the sun because of that water? No. Even that reflection is there in the water, there is no effect of the water on sun. Similarly, even this Prakriti, in this Prakriti Jivatma is there, that is always unaffected. That is because Nirgunaha. Jivatma is Nirgunaha Avikari and Akartrutva. Nirgunaha Avikari Akartrutva. Purushaha Jivaha Shushukti Pralayoho Na Gunatva Akartrutvam Tataha Avikaritvam Tasmad Hetoho Na Achyate. जलार्कवत् जलस्थ सूर्य मंडल किरण इव न वस्तुतः जलधर्माक्रान्तः यदा हि पवन निबन्धनो जलस्य कंपः स्यात् तदा तदनुगतस्य जलकस्य कंपः स्यात् यदुक्तं ज्योतिर्यथैवोदक पार्थिवेश्वर समीर वेगानुगतं विभाव्यते इति अतः एव मनसः सम्यक् शुद्धौ सत्यां त्वपदार्थोऽपि शुद्ध्यति इति मन एव मनुष्याणां कारणम् शास्त्रम्. బాగున్నారు అందరూ. ఎవరి వాళ్ళు కొత్త ఫేజ్లు వచ్చినాయి. ఉదయం వచ్చింది, సాయంత్రం లేవు, సాయంత్రం వచ్చింది ఫేస్, ఉదయం లేవు. షిఫ్ట్లు వారికి షిఫ్ట్లు వేస్తున్నారు ఏంటి మీరు? కంపెనీలో షిఫ్ట్లు. ఉదయం మేము వస్తాం, సాయంత్రం మీరు రండి. ఏడవకుండా ఉంటాడు వాడు వచ్చినప్పుడు. షిఫ్ట్లు వేసుకున్నట్టున్నారు నాకు తెలిసి. లేదా అక్కడ మీకు షిఫ్ట్లు వేశారు కంపెనీలో. ఏదో మొత్తానికి ఏదో. ఇది జీవాత్మ. జీవాత్మ is is made up of three gunas. It is what is completely chit padartha. Chit padartha. That means it's a purely spirit soul. It is a pure spirit soul. This spirit soul is always pure. Because of time, is there any change in this soul? So, but what about the Prakriti? If you see Prakriti, this Prakriti, if it is exposed with the time, is there any change in this Prakriti? Yes, it will become pregnant. When there is time is induced in this, then it is about to be a baby. Then that is known as Pradhana. Then after that babies will come. What is the name of that baby? Mahat. And that is going to give another baby. That is known as Ahankara. So like that, it is giving many babies. Those we don't want to see, already we see. But what about this Jivatma? Is being is a spirit soul, is a spark, spiritual spark. By the time it is not going to be changed. But then, so Jivatma can be impure. Is there any impurity in the Jivatma? No impurity. Then where is the impurity? Huh? Where is the impurity? In the Jivatma, impurity is there is not there. Then what is the problem? Then why we are all should be liberated now? We are all Jivatmas or not? Yeah, we are all Jivatmas and we are not impure. Then why we are not suffering? Then why we are suffering here? Huh? Who is saying? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we are identifying as the body. Okay. So here the real difference is being said. What happens in the stage of the, you see, there is three stages. One is Jagrati. One more point I am adding to all of you. Swapna. Swapna means dreaming state. Jagrati means awakened. And next, Sushupti. This is deep sleep. And another is one more. Turiya is there. Now I am not taking Turiya. And the Pralaya. So Jivatma, what is the state of Jivatma in the Pralaya and the Sushupti, you should understand. So actually, Jivatma is this Jivatma. It is basically covered with what? Avidya. And after that, it is getting the based upon its karma different. So what it is getting? Ego. What it is? Chitta and intelligence mind, senses, prospered. So every jivatma is getting all these or not. These are the layers. This is covering this jivatma. In awakened state and dream state, what will happen? In awakened state and dream state, that is Swapna Avastha, this Jivatma is always connected with all these elements. So Jivatma is connected with ego, chitta, intelligence, mind, and senses, and so on. So, especially in awakened state, Jivatma is completely connected with all of this, and it is also so is seeing everything through the senses. Now you are all in awakened state, I hope. Okay. And dream state means this mind is disconnected with the senses. So what the senses? That means senses are there in front of the senses, even so to his nose, to near to his nose, even if you bring something, that means very delicious thing, even he's smelling, but he will not so sense it actually, because senses are disconnected actually. So soul's consciousness is only entering till here only, till mind only. In this mind, so through this mind, so whatever the previous samskaras are there, using that in this mind, it is creating so many things and seeing that. The dreaming objects in the dream, so it is watching that. But in the real world, whatever the sense objects are there, so those are it is not able to sense it. That's the difference between the so dreaming state and awakened state. Then what about the sushupti state? In the sushupti state, this jivatma is completely disconnected from even if the ego also. Ego, chitta, intelligence, mind, senses, everything are so laya. Laya means temporary inactiveness. So that's why Jivatma is completely disconnected from all of this. So Jivatma then it is experiencing himself only. It is experiencing himself and it is feeling himself. So even one may ask, Prabhuji, Jivatma is not having the senses. Can it feel itself? Yes, it can feel itself. This is Jivatma to feel himself. Does it need any senses of this? No need. Jivatma need these senses to feel these sense objects, which are external to him. Jivatma need the mind to see the whatever the sense objects are formed in the mind. So to see that it needs mind. But when Jivatma in the Sushupti state, what happens? So it is being disconnected from the all of these things. So it is not that means not getting contact with any sense objects in the external world. It is simply so it is dwelling itself and it is experiencing itself. When it is experiencing itself, what kind of experience it is going to get? Happy experience or the sorrow experience? Happy. Why? Jivatma itself is Anandamay, chit particle that is. So Chit Ananda. So this is the experience of the Jivatma. What about Jivatma state in the case of the Pralaya? In Pralaya state, how it feel? In this case of Pralaya also, that means I already yesterday said when Jivatma, that means 100 years, it is there in the Brahmanda. That means Brahma's lifespan how many years? 100 years. Everyone remember this? Where it came? Second canto, third canto, 12th chapter, 11th chapter. Third canto, 11th chapter. Okay. Very good. इससे कुछ विरुद्ध हो तो आश्चर्य होना चाहिए ये तो natural है. So in the case of That means in the state of the pralaya, so what will happen? They are all entering into whom? Karnamasa Vishnu. So at that time, it is also these all jivatmas are disconnected with what? All subtle and gross bodies. First gross bodies are out and subtle bodies also out. Because subtle body is coming from where? Is coming from Prakrti, na? So when 100 years of Brahma is over, all the subtle bodies of so Jivatma are also given it back to Prakriti, and Jivatma the earned karma, whatever karma it earned in this 100 years, that cumulative one, that means previous one and plus this new one, total cumulative one, and also in the avidya, it is entering into Karnamasa Vishnu, and remaining all subtle bodies there in the Prakriti. प्रकृति से ही मिला ना भाई है या नहीं ये बोलो
1% like you said, along with the Jivatma, Avidya, and Karma.
Huh?
Along with the Jivatma, when he's in absolute state, if he is with the Karma Darshan, and Jivatma,
not sushupti भाई
in Pralaya, so he is with the Karma Darshan Vishnu, and there is Avidya and Karma also. So, but again, as you said, Jivatma is experiencing self for the Atma and Abhyasa.
वो वाला नहीं आनंद में अभ्यास नहीं सच्चिद आनंद
He is Sachidananda. So he is experiencing happiness. But still avidya and karma are still existing both. So how will you?
that is there so even in the pralaya stage also this jivatma is it what this jivatma is covered with the avidya and also it is along with its karma sukshma form karma is there in this case also jivatma is experiencing what experiencing it is experiencing it pleasure whatever the pleasure is there in it is experiencing that. But whenever it is reintroduced, when Karnamasa Vishnu glances on the Prakriti, then all the Jivatmas are so re-entering into the Prakriti again, and also Brahmaji, that means all the 24 elements are created and Brahmaji will be giving. So based upon the karma existing on this Jivatma, it is giving the subtle body. So then once again through that subtle body, it is coming to the awakening state, dream state. Then at that time, this pleasure, whatever till now it is got, it will forget everything. And once again it will be in the so that means in Sushupti and the Pralaya, it is experiencing pleasure and also it is non-doer and it is avikari. That means there is no changes in it. Okay? Karma means whatever we do is attached with the soul. Karma is made up of what? It is also made up of three modes. All the modes go, but avidya is also made up of modes and still it is there. That means Maya is the special arrangement. This is Maya, my dears, you should understand. Maya is possessing what? Maya's part and parcel is Prakriti is also part of the Maya. Next, Avidya is also part of the Maya. And Vidya is also part of the Maya. Like this. That means this is ignorance and Prakriti. This is for the manifestation of the gross world. And gross and subtle. This avidya is also one of the Bahiranga Shakti is having many vrittis. Of course, these are also out of the modes only. ऐसा नहीं कि प्रकृति से अविद्या आता है अविद्या माया से आता है प्रकृति में चले जाता है जो प्रकृति से में आए whatever came from prakriti that will go into the prakriti but whatever there with the atma from the beginningless that will be there with the soul. That is, what are there from the beginningless? Avidya is there and karma is also there. Both will be there from the beginningless and it will be there for endingless. Ananta. No, Ananta. If we don't practice, then those will be there for Ananta. So now the point is what? What you understood till now? in the state of Sushupti and Pralaya, Jivatma is disconnected from the subtle and gross bodies and it is experiencing its own. Can you say now Jivatma is liberated in the Sushupti and Pralaya? No. Why? Avidya is there. Of course, it might be experiencing its own pleasure, but you cannot say that now it's maja le raha hai. Nahi. There is no maja. Actually, it is temporary only. Because every minute Karnano Sai Vishnu closes his eyes and opens. When he opens, once again coming and getting the punishment. So deep sleep state also we enjoyed many times. If you do lot of hard work, so do the field work, every day you will go to the Sushupti. But if you do the techie work, by doing techie work, your mind will be strained, but your body is not so much strained. So that's why you will not get Sushupti, but you will be getting the dreaming state. You'll be seeing your boss and deadlines. But you'll be getting pain in the dream also. In the sleep also. That's a so-called sleep.
After Brahmaji's life,
Ah.
our sector was changing. Then we will get more stuff.
Our karma is there. Subtle bodies went into the Prakrti. So Jivatma is possessing the karma.
Means
In the seed form, what kind of next or subtle body should be given? Who will be decided? Who will decide? This karma will decide.
Papa gave example to the reincarnation. That old samskara, past life come in our mind, so it is the same subtle body. So
Abba, this Brahmaji's 100 years of lifetime, you are getting same subtle body there for many deaths and after that.
So after that it will change.
After 100 years, everything will go into the Prakriti. Whatever came from Prakriti, that will go into the Prakriti. And once again it will be given. That's 100 years means everything out. That is at that time we will be having same subtle body. In the Brahmaji's body. After every day it will be there in the Brahmaji's body.
At that time,
No subtle body will be separate. We are saying it's a pralaya means final pralaya. 100 years, that's why I said. Not every day. Many things are there. It's simple things. Yesterday, I want to use this to establish difference between Prakriti and Purusa. You are going to subject matter of this. It's not the main topic at all. So, what is being said here, Jivatma, from by using the example of Sushupti and Pralaya, we are saying that Jivatma doesn't have any kind of changes. This is a proof actually. The state of Sushupti and Pralaya is a proof that Jivatma doesn't have any kind of change. And it is always not doing anything and it's experiencing its own pleasure. So, this is the way, so to make understand the people, so the difference between the Jivatma and Prakriti. But what about the Prakriti when that it is exposed with the time, it is keep on changing. But what about the Jivatma? It is not changing. Example is given. So there is a sun. This is sun, black sun. Okay? When it is reflecting on the black water, don't think it's black water, is white water. So this reflection is there in this water. Can you see, can you say that the sun is getting the qualities of the water? No. Similarly, this water, in the place of water, you take the Prakriti. So, when in this Prakriti, Jivatma is there, so can this Jivatma is getting the qualities of the Prakriti? That means, what is the quality of the Prakriti? Changing by time. So, is there that kind of quality Jivatma is going to get? No. So, example is Pralaya and Sushupti states. So, that's the being explained to you. Hey, no questions, please. I have to finish my chapter. After class, you can ask. Sometime I will give. So, please. This is the point you should remember. But when you see this water, when it is hit by the air, what will happen? The whole water will be shaking, and also sun is also the reflection of sun also it looks like it is shaking, it is a swinging. But actually, then that sun is always, no, the sun in the sky is always is pure. The same way, Jivatma unit is there, the Prakriti. So there are a lot of changes in the Prakriti. That doesn't mean that there is a change in the Jivatma. Jivatma is always unaffected. So here the reflection of the sun in the water is given an example. Reflection of the sun in water is given an example to show, to make you to understand the difference between the soul and Prakriti. So that means there are no changes in the Jivatma, everything is changed. That means only changes are there in the Prakriti. So then liberation means what? Do we need to bring any change in the soul? No. We need to bring change in the only what? In the this one. In the Prakriti means these are all the products of the Prakriti: ego, chitta, intelligence, mind, and senses. These has to be purified. If these are all purified, then Jivatma will be seeing himself as soul. Since these are all not purified, in the impure, so if you see your face on an impure mirror, so then you'll be seeing the reflection might be having also impurities. But actually, there are no impurities. If we clean the mirror, so always you'll be seeing the proper so picture only. Same way here, Jivatma, there is no need to bring any change in the Jivatma. Jivatma is always avikari. What is said in the sloka you see? Is nirvikari or avikari? Avikara. And also akartrutva. Jivatma is also non-doer and avikari is no changing in this. Nirgunatvat. And also it is not made up of any three modes. So that's why it is very much different from the Prakriti. So the jnanis, they will understand the difference between the Prakriti and Jivatma, and they try to purify their antakarana. These three are known as, out of these are the external senses. Senses means ear, nose, tongue is, and remaining these are all known as internal senses, and means antakarana. This is antakarana. They will be purifying this antakarana. So by purifying the antakarana, they will be getting their own realization that I am not body, I am soul. So that's why what is said, Jyotir Yataivodaka Padiveshwad Samira Veganudhibhadi Manaiva Manushanam Karanam Bandha Mokshayoho. Who is the cause for the attachment and the liberation? Mind is only the cause, not the soul. So that's why now if you purify that mind, so clean that mind, then that mind only is cause for your liberation also. So there is no need to change anything in the soul. Okay, this is the first sloka. Next. Saesha yarihi prakrute guneshva vivisajyate aham kriya vimodhatma kartasmi ityabhimanyate. When the soul is under the spell of material nature and false ego, identifying his body as the self, he becomes absorbed in material activities, and by the influence of false ego, he thinks that he is the proprietor of everything. What is being said here? Now, this sloka is telling about Jagriti and Sushupti, Jagriti and Swapna. In the previous sloka is telling about the state of Jivatma in Sushupti and Pralaya. And this is telling about same Jivatma, but who is there in the Jagriti and Swapna. In Jagriti and Swapna, how it will be feeling, you see. In Jagriti and Swapna, you can see here, this Jivatma is pure, always pure. Even in Jagriti, Swapna, Avastha, Sushupti or Pralaya, anytime, it is always pure only. But it is covered by the avidya and also its karma. But in this Jagriti and Swapna Avastha, the Jivatma, whatever, that means being covered by the avidya, it is it is forgetting its own identity. I am soul. On top of that, because of this ego, it is considering himself as body. So considering himself as body, and whatever the things happens, now the senses are watching a pen. And by seeing this pen, then this chitta will be awareness is descending, intelligence is identifying this pen, then mind is saying, I like this pen. And through the mind and through the faculties of mind and ego, we are getting that I like this pen. So, but Jivatma constitutionally belong to not this material world. And but still it is now claiming that I like this pen, I want this, get it me. So like that it is saying. We saying actually this Jivatma is pure, but being covered by this ego, identifying himself as body and relating himself is as the owner of this pen, or otherwise the liking person of this pen. This is what? This is the ignorance. This is abhimana it is getting. From where it is coming, this abhimana? Constitutionally, Jivatma doesn't have any kind of defect in it. But being covered by this, like when you are closing your eyes, that means you are in a dark room. When you are in a dark room, you are not able to see anything, and you are touching some rope and thinking that maybe it is, it's a snake, and getting fear. Actually, it is what is really needed. That means since it is actually nothing is there because of the darkness, not able to see, and thinking that it is snake. Similarly, being covered by the avidya, thinking himself as body, and getting the attachment for these things. But constitutional Jivatma is always pure. Only covering of avidya should go on. Next, next shloka. So here that is it. When the soul is under the spell of material nature and false ego, identifying his body as the self, he becomes absorbed in material activities, and by the influence of false ego, he thinks that he is the proprietor of everything. This pen is mine. And if it is in another's hand, then he started fighting. This is. ये सब कहाँ से आए झंझट झाड़ अविद्या से इसको हटाओ यार कितना दिन भी रख के रखेंगे आप ये सब क्या इतना आनंद आ रहा है क्या नहीं है ना तो फिर भी क्यों इसमें फंसे चलो मायापुर तेन संसार पदवी अवशोप्येत्य निर्वृतः प्रासंगिकै कर्म दोषै सदसत् मिश्र योनिषु. The conditioned soul therefore transmigrates into different species of life, higher and lower, because of his association with the modes of material nature. Unless he is relieved of material activities, he has to accept this position because of his faulty work. Being in this state, that means being covered by the avidya, identifying himself as body, then is traveling various yonis. Jivatma is traveling various yonis. इस पुरुष में जाएगा और वो और एक योनि में प्रवेश करा देगा कुत्ता के शरीर में चले जाएगा और वो कुत्ते की योनि में कुतिया की योनि में चले जाएगा और ये आत्मा कर्म के साथ और कुतिया की देह मिल जाएगा और उसके बाद वो सुअर की शरीर में चले जाएगा और वो सुवर्णी की योनि में उसको रखा जाएगा तो तब तो उधर सुअर की शरीर मिल जाएगा उसको अलग अलग योनियों में उसको रखा दिया जाता है और जिस योनि में जाएगा उसका शरीर उसे मिल जाएगा कुत्ता बिल्ली गधा घोड़ा so sometimes कीड़ा मकोड़ा पकोड़ा all these will be getting सदसत योनिषु, कुछ ऊपर कुछ नीचे का योनि। कितना विचित्र है ये दुनिया, संसार। नेक्स्ट, अर्धेह्य विद्यमानेऽपि संसृतिर्न निवर्तते, ध्यायतो विषयानस्य स्वप्नेनर्धागमो यथा। Actually, a living entity is transcendental to material existence, but because of his mentality of lording it over material nature, his material existential condition doesn't cease. And that, and just as in a dream, he is affected by all sorts of disadvantages. So, what it means in dreaming stage, ननु तस्य जीवस्य कर्तृत्व कारणत्वादि अभावात् वस्तुतः कर्माभावेपि देहकृतैः कर्मभिः कथं बन्धः तत्र। See, this Jivatma is not doing anything. Only it is Abhimana, it is getting the Abhimana that being covered by the ego, it is getting Abhimana that I am doer. But everything is done by whom? Prakrti kriyamanani gunah karmani sarvasha. Prakriti ka gunon se hi, by the modes of the Prakriti, all the activities are performed. To perform activity, what we need? Karya, Karana, Kartrutva. What is the Karya? Adibhutam. What is the Karana? Adhyatmam. What is the Karta? Adidaivam. So these three are, that means Adibhutam, Adidaivam, Adhyatmam. These are the needed things to perform an activity. We saw now this, remember? So only these are all Adibhutam, Adhyatmam. That means Adibhutam means these are all the objects of the senses. And Adi Adhyatma means senses. That means mind, intelligence, ego, and also these working senses, gross senses, knowledge senses, all these are all known as senses. So internal senses, external senses. These are all also made up of Prakriti only. And so Adi Dahivam, that means Indriya Adhisthana Devatas, the principles of the Adhisthana Devatas, they are also made up of Prakriti, which are they are coming from which Ahankara? Satvika Ahankara. We didn't discuss, but it is known to us. 24 elements as a creation at that time. Indriya Adhisthana Devatas also came. Yes or no? We have seen in the second canto, 5th chapter, and other places. Maybe you forgot. So, all these are coming from Prakriti only. These are three are enough to do any activity. So, that's why who is the cause for the actions? Prakriti. Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasha. प्रकृति गुण कर्माणि सर्वशः, प्रकृति का गुणों से ही समस्त कर्म किया जा सकता है। तो जीवात्मा क्या है? जीवात्मा अननेसेसरली उसको मैं कर रहा हूं करके सोचते हैं। इट ऑलवेज थिंक दैट आई एम डूइंग। सो सेम टू गिव एन एग्जांपल, इन द ड्रीम स्टेट यू विल बी सीइंग यू आर बीइंग चेस्ड बाय ए लायन। द फॉरेस्ट यू आर अलोन एंड नॉट हैविंग वेपन्स। ऐसा कभी आया? एकदम पसीना निकलता रहता है, डर लगता रहता है। So, but actually this line is not real with respect to the awakened state. The line in the dream with respect to, I am saying clearly, relatively I am saying, with respect to the awakened state, that line is real? No. But still you will be thinking that. So the line is there and I am getting fear like that you are feeling. The same way, with respect to the soul platform, all these are all actually not real actually. With respect to the soul platform, I'm saying this Prakriti's existence is temporary or not? Like awakened state and dream state, if you see, with respect to the awakened state, dream state is temporary or not? Similarly, with respect to the Jivatma's eternal state, this present Prakriti is also temporary or not? Temporary. So, which are there for the temporary, which are created by the so-called Prakriti, It is keep on thinking that real and feeling so much pain. Again and again pain. But why there is need? What is the need of pain, getting pain of this? It's simply out of ignorance. That is being said in this sloka. So avidyamanepi, that means those are all not there. In the dream, really there is no line. With respect to the Jagrati state, awakened state, that line is not real. But still is getting there is line is there and I am getting fear from that line. Like that is thinking. Similarly, with respect to the soul's platform, the eternal existence of with respect to the eternal existence of Jivatma, this material creation is temporary, but still it is getting the attachment for these things and getting, oh, this is my small boy, and this is my wife, and this is my house, and this is that. That's so much. Huh? She is my future wife. I नहीं दोनों ब्रह्मचारी दोनों ब्रह्मचारी नहीं चली गया चलो अतएव शनैश्चित्तं प्रसक्तामसतां पति भक्ति योगेन तीव्रेण विरक्त्या च नयेत् वशम् अब तो ये मन ही पूरा खेल खेल रहा है तो पूरा अंतःकरण को शुद्ध करेंगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली अविद्या विद्या से रिप्लेस हो जाएगा तो हम अपना कौन है बात जानेंगे पूरा खेल बाहर का ही जैसा अभी the sun is reflecting on the water and now in the reflected water that water is now because of wind it is shaking so to make the reflection stable what you should need to do you need to change the position of the sun in the sky no you have to just change the water to be stable not to be exposed to the wind similarly so is there any need to change the soul no only you need to change so mind to be stable मन को स्टेबल कर दो सब कुछ हो जाएगा इसलिए मन एवं बंध मोक्ष कारणम and is only the cause for the liberation and also bondage. So it is the duty of every conditioned soul to engage in polluted consciousness, which is now attached to material enjoyment. In very serious devotional service, only क्या करना चाहिए था? Devotional service how? So विषय ध्यानम अनर्थ हेतु अतः नियंतव्यम इत्याह आते इति भक्ति योगश्च. So bhakti also one should do and also yoga also one should do. Why this chapter is telling about what? Which bhakti? What sadhanas? भूल गया. शुरुआत में क्या बोला मैं? Bhakti misra? Jnana. So here bhakti yoga means bhakti's angas. Yoga means jnana angas. So one should do bhakti and jnana sadhanas. Bhakti yogena tivrena. Praktyacha nayed vasham. Here, in the case of these jnanis, so they are doing bhakti for what sake? Only to control their own mind, not to please the Lord. That is not the goal of their doing bhakti. वो ऐसे शुद्ध भक्त का संग तो है नहीं उन लोगों के पास they doesn't have any association of pure devotee. So that's why they are not. So that's why they are not doing any kind of so pleasing Lord is not the goal of their bhakti. The goal of bhakti is how to make mind stable. That's all. So whatever the jnana sadhanas they are using, so those sadhanas has to be so give the result. For that sake, they are doing the bhakti because without bhakti, those sadhanas will not give result. Okay, understand the difference between the devotee's bhakti and the jnani bhakti misra jnani's bhakti. Next sloka. यमादिभिर्योगपथे अभ्यसंश्रद्धयान्वितः मयि भावेन सत्येन मत्कथा श्रवणेन च One has to become faithful by practicing the controlling process of the yoga system and must elevate himself to the platform of unalloyed devotional service by chanting and hearing about me. So what is being said here? Yamadibihi yoga pataihi abhyasan. One should practice yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, this kind of things also. ऐसा करने से क्या होता है? So see in our diagram. If you do all these and also my bhavena satyena. This is now this mind, intelligence, chitta, all are affected by the rajas and tamas in the conditioned state. When you try to control, that means yama nima, that means eating in a limited way and also sleeping in a limited way, and also so yama nimas following certain rules every time, bathing and also following certain so austerities. By doing all these kind of yama nimas, what will happen? The rajoguna and tamoguna of this mind, intelligence, chitta will be reduced. Those will be reduced. And not only that, because of that, the avidya surrounded to this jivatma is also keep on depleted actually. And it is replaced with what? It will be replaced with very soon, by keep on continuing that, it will be replaced with what is this? That means everywhere Sattva is increasing. Mind is of Sattva increasing. Intelligence, chitta, ego, everywhere Sattva is increasing. Even this, because of that, avidya also decreasing. And what is increasing? Vidya will increase around to the jiva. This will be, that means by practicing these sadhanas, so rajas and tamas should decrease and sattva will be increased. So that is the outcome of these sadhanas. That will be possible when these sadhanas are accompanied with what? Bhakti. Here bhakti should be done in what way? Baba, this is a very important point here. Bhakti should be done in a, see the sloka what is written there. What way bhakti should be done? क्या मयि सत्वेन भावेन. What kind of bhava one should have? Satyena, satvena. सत्येन ना सत्वेना ए सत्य है सत्व बोल रहे हैं सत्येन भावेन सत्य भाव से करना है. सत्य भाव क्या है? भक्ति योग को सत्य भाव से करेंगे तभी जाकर ये जो ज्ञान साधन का रिजल्ट है. क्या है ज्ञान साधन का रिजल्ट? यम नियम आदि का रिजल्ट रजो तमो गुणों को रिड्यूस करना और सत्व गुण को बढ़ाना. ये रिजल्ट आएगा. कब आएगा? जब भक्ति साथ में रहेगा. वो भक्ति भी किस प्रकार से करना है? दैट भक्ति आल्सो शुड बी डन इन व्हाट वे? सत्य भाव. मान से क्या नहीं, सत्य भाव का अर्थ भी मैं बोलता हूं. सत्य भाव बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है भैया. इधर सत्य भाव मीन्स सत्येन भाव. Lord is existing with Chinmaya Deha. Sachidananda Vigrahamaya Deha is his body. And he is eternally truth. He is full of bliss. And he is always existing. And he is there from Anadi and he will be there forever. So, like that, one should have respect towards it. That kind of bhava one should have towards the Lord. And with that bhava, one should worship. Then these Yamani Madi will be giving their result. These Gnanangas will give the result. That means, what is special thing, Prabhu, you are saying? Any special thing? Yes. Are there any some people in the society, will they worship the Lord but without Satya Bhava? Yes. Who are those? Mayavadis. Mayavadis, what bhava they have towards Lord, you know? They also worship Krishna. But they say Krishna is not Sachidananda Vigraha, but Krishna is Vidya Pratibimbita Chaitanyam. क्या है? विद्या प्रतिबिंबिता चैतन्यम। ये क्या है भैया? ये तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा है हमको। ये संस्कृत शब्द आप लोग बहुत यूज कर रहे हैं आजकल। तो इसका अर्थ ये है, उन लोगों का कंसेप्शन, व्हाट इज देयर कंसेप्शन अबाउट द लॉर्ड? Their conception about the Lord is very different, not like us. They are saying, Mayavadis are saying there is only one truth. What is that? Brahman. That is Brahman. And what are the qualities? No qualities. What are the attributes? No attributes. Nirguna, Nirvishesha, Chinmatra, Satta. They say like that. And then who is God, if you ask? Then they say God is also not temporary, not permanent. God is, because for, according to them, there is only one truth, that is Brahman. Will they accept God as a permanent truth? If they accept, then what will happen? Their Advaita philosophy is Advaitam, Advaitam. That means oneness will be one. So that's why they say Lord as the, what is the conception? Their conception about the Lord, they say that this Brahman is reflecting on what? It is reflecting on Maya. What is Maya? Maya is having two potencies. One is Vidya, another is Avidya. And when this Brahman is reflecting on this Vidya, so this is known as Ishvara. When this Brahman is reflecting on Antakarnas, which are made by Avidya, these are several Antakarnas, these are made by the Avidya. On this Brahman is reflecting. On Antakarnas, what is reflecting? Antakarnas are made up of what? Avidyas. And these reflections are known as what? Jiva. And Maya is temporary. When Maya is finished, only one is there. No Ishvara, no Jiva. So I am giving only glimpse. So because they see Krishna as Vidya Pradbimbita Chaitanya. And with that feeling they worship. And also they do yoga sadhanas or jnana sadhanas. Will they get the result of that practicing jnana sadhanas? That's why here what Kapil Bhagavan is saying. Satyena bhavena. What that? Satyena bhavena. Satyena mais bhavena satyena matkata shravanena cha. They should hear my stories with satya bhava. Not that the Maya Pratibhimbita, sorry, Vidya Pratibhimbita Chaitanya, not this kind of conception. If you do this kind of conception with that conception, if you hear, still you will not get any result. If अरे मेरा देह को आप माइक समझेंगे तो तुमको भी वैसा ही देह मिल जाए, बार बार वही देह मिल जाएगा. ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते काम सदैव भजामि. मेरा देह सच्चिदानंद है, लेकिन फिर भी तुम मेरा देह माइक बोल रहे हैं तो तुमको माइक देह बार बार मिल जाए. यदि मेरा देह दिव्य मानेंगे तो तुमको भी दिव्य देह मिल जाएगा, तो मेरे साथ रह जाए. डील सही है या नहीं? भगवान का डील सही है या नहीं? बोलिए. जैसा भाव रखेगा तुम उनकी प्रति, वही भी वैसे रिजल्ट देगा या नहीं? आप उनकी माइक बोल रहे थे, तुमको माइक ही दे देगा. गिव रेस्पेक्ट, टेक रेस्पेक्ट. लॉर्ड इज सेइंग, if you insult me, you will be insulted. ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तां सदैव भजाम्यहम्. There is no merging. Who said? They will never merge. Only Brahmavadis merge, not the Mayavadis. Next, Sarvabhuta Samatvena Nirvairena Prasanga निर्वैरेण प्रसंगता ब्रह्मचर्येण मौनेन स्वधर्मेण बलीयसा। और भी क्या क्या साधन है? भक्ति के साथ साथ और भी ज्ञान का साधन बहुत है, उसको भी फॉलो करना चाहिए। क्या क्या है देखो, in executing devotional service, one has to see every living entity equally without any enmity toward anyone, act without intimate connections with anyone. One has to observe celibacy, ब्रह्मचर्य व्रत को फॉलो करना चाहिए, और be grave and execute his eternal activities, offering the results to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All these, one should be follow the strict celibacy, and also one should execute what see here, maunena, in a secluded place. गप्पू नहीं मारना चाहिए, अदरवाइज रजोगुण विल इंक्रीज। इधर ये हो गया, उधर वो हो गया, बस दुनियादारी जितना सुनेंगे उतना रजोगुण बढ़ते जाएंगे। आप तो अभी क्या है, ज्ञानी का काम क्या है? रजो और तमोगुणों को कम कर देना है और सत्वगुण को बढ़ा के पहले अविद्या को हटा के विद्या को ले आना। स्वधर्मेण बलीयसा, and also he should offer the results of his karma to the Lord. अभी मन कहा किस एरिया को डिस्कस कर रहे हैं हमारा ट्रांसलेंटल डायग्राम में? You remember our transcendental diagram? Yes or no? This is transcendental diagram. We are discussing this area, Baba. This. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This area. So one should offer their results of karma to the Lord, and also they should try to increase their mode of goodness by practicing the brahmacharya vrata, and also by practicing the mauna and so many yama niyamas and all whatever said in the previous sloka also. So and try to practice, and when they can leave this niskama karma yoga, when they become purified, certainly that means a good amount of the purity is there in the antakarna, there is no attachment for the results of the karma, then they can leave this karma and focus more and more so jnana sadhanas. Actually, this is niskama karma yoga, jnana path is one path only. In the Bhagavad Gita also he says, but this is what? Beginning of the jnana yoga is what? Niskama karma yoga is a dwara, entrance. But one can start practicing here and see here also jnana sadhanas. समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं? इस डायग्राम से बाहर कुछ नहीं रहता है। भागवतम में और भगवत गीता में whatever you are going to discuss, everything fall into this diagram. That's why it is transcendental diagram. Karma results. Varnashram. These, see, this is also having Varnashram dharma, these are also having Varnashram, these are also having Varnashram. This is Karmi Varnashram, these are pure devotee, aspirants of pure devotees, Daiva Varnashram. This is the impersonalist Varnashram. They want to be impersonal. Impersonalist Varnashram. Three Varnashram systems are found. Where the reference is Bhakti Siddhanta also is saying there are three Varnashrams are there. Daiva, impersonalist, and Karmi. These their focus is enjoying, doing good work and get the good results and enjoy it. These people, they do karma, they will offer the karma to the Lord with a loving service. And but their goal is so developing the Shraddha and going to the pure devotion. These people, they will also do the karma as per the Shastra and offer the result to the Lord with a detachment, not with the love, no. Only with the detachment they will. ऐसे छोड़ दो इसको, मुझे जरूरत नहीं, भगवान को ऊपर डाल दो, ये भाव। लेकिन इन लोगों को भगवान खुश होना चाहिए, ऐसा प्यार से देते। कोई किसी के घर में फैन है, तो कोई ब्रह्मचारी आपका घर में, तो आप देख रहे कि बहुत दिन से पड़ा हुआ है ये, चलो इसको दे दो। घर तो थोड़ा खाली हो जाएगा। ये है निष्काम। लेकिन और कोई ब्रह्मचारी आए आसान दिए, लेकिन प्रेम से दिए, बेचा आप दुखी ना हो जाए इनका, तो गर्मी का बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है करके उनको प्रेम से दिया, ये दैव वर्णाश धर्म का देना। लेकिन कुछ और भी देते हैं, और इसको ये दिया तो वो जाकर जरूर मंदिर में मुझे कुछ खिलाएगा, ये लोग देते हैं ऐसा, ये कर्मी वाले हैं। ये देंगे तो और कुछ वापस मिल जाएगा, ये कर्मी है। चलो और भी क्या है, और क्या क्या फॉलो करना चाहिए वो व्यक्ति। यदृच्छयोपलब्धेन संतुष्टो मितबुन्मुनि विविक्त शरण शांतो मैत्रः करुणात्मवान्। For his income, a devotee should be satisfied with what he earns without great difficulty. He should not eat more than what is necessary. He should live in a secluded place and always be thoughtful, peaceful, friendly, compassionate, and self-realized. So, what is being said? Even further sadhanas are said. See, by all these sadhanas only, 6, 7, 8, all these are all the different sadhanas, jnana sadhanas. Vivikta Sharnaha. He is doing the. That means when he becomes perfect in the Nishkama Karma Yoga, he can leave the karma also. Vivikta Sharnaha, leave all the family, all children, everything, and be in the forest or be in a secluded place. Always he should practice of what? Detachment from the things. Shantaha. That means even someone may give amanit. So amanina manadena, there also will be there. Even someone insult, someone throw the stones, but still he will be Shantaha. Maitra, Karuna, Atmavan, Mitabuk, limited he eats. Muni, he always meditate on the Brahman. So Santushtaha, whatever is available with that he is happy. So like that he is maintaining. By this, what will happen? Vidya will increase. समझ रहे हैं या नहीं? समझ के चलेगा। नेक्स्ट, सानुबन्धे च देहेऽस्मिन् कुर्वन् असदाग्रहम् ज्ञानेन दृष्टतत्त्वेन प्रकृतेः पुरुषस्य च। Once seeing, power should be increased through knowledge of spirit and matter, and one should not unnecessarily identify himself with the body and thus become attracted by bodily relationships. निष्काम कर्म योग हो गया. After the doing niskama karma yoga, so you are getting the full detachment. You are successful in the niskama karma, you got the detachment for the results, and you can leave the karma. After leaving the karma, you should not think, अरे my wife क्या कर रहे हैं अभी, कोई बच्चे के साथ वो संभाल रहे हैं या नहीं, ये सब नहीं सोचना है, छोड़ दो सब. वानप्रस्थ ले लिया, टाटा. 50 साल तक निष्काम कर्म करके सक्सेसफुल हो जाना है. इम्पर्सलिस्ट का वर्णाश्रम सिस्टम ऐसा रहेगा. When they will take sannyas, vanaprastha, when they become sufficiently successful in Nishkam Karma Yoga, then they can take vanaprastha and leave everything and practice more and more Jnana sadhanas to increase the vidya, and so they can fully sufficiently control their mind and senses, and they can purify. So then what will happen because of this? You see here. So then they can, so further, so developing the tattva jnana, that means Brahman knowledge. And at one point of the time, they should burn that vidya also. That we are going to see very soon is going to come. Next. After that, what? निवृत्य बुद्ध्यवस्थानो दूरीभूतान्यदर्शनः उपलभ्यात्मनात्मानं चक्षुषेवात्मात्मदृक् चक्षुषेवात्मात्म चक्षुषेवात्म आत्मदृक् means one should be situated in the transcendental position beyond the stage of material consciousness and should be aloof from all other conceptions of life. Thus, realizing freedom from false ego, one should see his own self just as he sees the sun in the sky. So, finally, what he has to do? He has to see himself. One should be situated in the transcendental position beyond the stages of material consciousness and should be aloof from all other conceptions of life. Thus, realizing freedom from false ego, one should see himself, his own self, just as he sees the sun in the sky. समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं ये समझाता हूं by practicing jnana sadhanas these are all purified and he will be covered with vidya. So by that what he will be seeing, he will be seeing himself, he is not seeing outside. So but when he is covered with the avidya, he is seeing whole dunya. Oh, this is my house, this is my this, and this is my wife, and this is my children, and this is my company, and this, like that. Now, when he cleaned everything, his consciousness, then he will be seeing internally his self, Atma. Like how this sun, that's eye is seeing the sun. Eye is seeing the sun, how this eye is, who is seeing? Hey, sun is what? Adibhutam. And I means this is Adhyatmam. And this I who is there? Adi Daivam is there. Adi Daivam. Adhyatmam, Adibhutam, Adi Daivam. Okay. I means not this I. This is not I. I said morning also. ये मोटा वाला है नहीं, उसमें एक छोटा सा ताराग्रवर्ती बने एकदम very subtle sense will be there. That is known as I. And in on that there is another very subtle portion of sun will be there. Surya Amsha. And he is Adi Daivam. So Adi Daivam is what he said. This is what Karyam. And this is Surya also there, the person is there. Person, this is Surya, the personification of this sun planet will be there or not? And this is the Adi, he is the Adi Daivam. And this planet is Adibhutam. Planet itself is Adibhutam, in that person is there and he is the Adi Daivam. So this Adi Daivam's portion is there in this sense also. Okay? That potency of him, his potency is there in this I sense also. So who is seeing? Karta, Adi Daivam is seeing. Whom is seeing? Adi Daivam, that means sun only. The portion of the sun is seeing sun. That's why this example is given. He should see himself. Example, what is given? You see in the purport? In the translation, sorry. One should see himself like
just as he sees the sun in the sky.
One sees sun in the
Sky.
That means I seeing the sky, how it is equal to the seeing he himself? That means in the eye, who is there? Sun portion is there, that is Adidaivam. He is seeing whom? He is seeing himself. Sun. समझ में आया? बाबा, blue shirt. Sorry, green. नहीं आया है ना? किसको नहीं आया ये? You can explain. Yeah, good.
Here it said that see the sun, just like see the sun, right?
Yeah.
How the sun, the eye is not just full eye, but actually it's eye sense. But that actually it also has the daiva, that is the sun god there.
Portion of the sun god.
Huh?
Portion of the sun god.
Portion of the sun god is there. Because of that only we are able to see. So we are seeing the sun. Actually, the sun god is seeing the sun.
Yeah.
Portion of the sun god.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like that.
Karta is who? So that means karya karana kartrutve. Real who is the karta here? Adi Daivam is the karta, na? So he is that means seer. Who is the seer? Adi Daivam is seer. Whom is seeing? Sun only is seeing. So Jivatma is non-doer. We already said that now. But it is simply claiming actually. See. You got?
When you say Adidevan, but seeing the sun, there are two things here. Portion of sun god and sun.
Portion of sun god is sun only.
Like, I mean,
Is similar. Sun is seeing himself. Sun is seeing himself. That is sun. Similar, Atma is seeing himself.
it's experienced in the
Yeah. Portion of sun god is not different from sun.
it's not like Jiva seeing the Paramatma.
No. So sun portion, sun god's portion is seeing sun only. That means sun is seeing sun.
He's seeing himself.
Yeah, like that. That's why it is given. One should see himself like eyes are seeing the sun. Next slogan. Muktalingam sadabhasam asati pratipadyate sato bandha. What is that? Sato bandhu asatchakshu sarvamusyutamadvayam. What it means? A liberated soul realizes the absolute personality of Godhead, who is transcendental and who is manifest as a reflection even in the false ego. He is a support of the material cause and he enters into everything. He is absolute, one without a second, and he is the eyes of the illusory energy. What is said here? Muktalingam. So, how this actually here, Srila Prabhupada is giving the one kind of translation, and Srila Vishnu Thakur is giving another kind of translation for the 10th sloka. Prabhupada is saying one seeing himself, and that is another Acharya's commentary. Here, one more thing. You can see one important thing here. When this jnani is practicing jnana sadhanas, initially he will be doing the Nishkam Karma Yoga, and then after that he will leave the Nishkam Karma Yoga also. He will be practicing further jnana sadhanas, okay? So, and along with the bhakti, he will be practicing. So, while along with the bhakti, if we practice jnana sadhanas, so what will happen? By that bhakti, so till the stage of Nishkama Karma Yoga, he is seeing himself. The outcome of the Nishkama Karma Yoga is what? Seeing himself. Further, if we practice the Jnana Sadhanas along with the Bhakti, then what he is going to see? He is seeing Brahman. What is he? Brahman. So Jiva goes, Srila Vishnu Thakur is seeing that thing he is taking. So he is seeing himself mean Prabhupada is saying seeing himself. That means he is telling about the lower thing. That is also true only. But Vishwanath is saying, once you see that person, that Jivatma who practices jnana sadhanas further, he can see Paramatma everywhere. Or otherwise, he can see Brahman everywhere. That means Brahman realization. So that also he can take. So we'll take for the 10th sloka, seeing himself we don't take. We take seeing of your point is then. Brahman will take. Okay? We'll take Brahman also. Anything is correct actually. Both are correct only. One is telling about the lower stage, another is telling about the another Acharya is telling about higher stage. So, but both are not wrong actually. Both are correct only. So, by practicing along with the jnana sadhanas, bhakti, what will happen? This jivatma is able to see Paramatma everywhere. Paramatma everywhere. This is also kind of the liberation. See, he will see Paramatma everywhere and he will go and merge into the Paramatma. That is also Sahaj Mukti. Another one kind of Sahaj Mukti. And he can see Brahman and he will go and merge into the Brahman. That is also another kind of Sahaj Mukti. So here he is practicing bhakti and thus he is able to see the Brahman, Paramatma everywhere. Or Brahman, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan. Brahman or Paramatma, they are also absolute truth only. So by the bhakti he is seeing Brahman. So by that eye he is seeing. When he is able to see, when he has bhakti, that means this jivatma, avidya is removed and also vidya is there. Along with that, bhakti also he practiced. When there is a bhakti, where we have this down. This is vidya is there, and along with that, bhakti also is performing. Now you make this. This bhakti also is there. With this bhakti, because of this bhakti, this jivatma, avidya is removed, vidya is there, and also bhakti is there. With this bhakti is able to see Lord, Paramatma. That depends. Going and merging the Paramatma also can be done. Or otherwise, little changes in that Jnana Yoga, if he changes, then he can see Brahman also. That's the types of the Brahman realization we'll discuss in later. Now we don't go into that area actually. That area is discussed in the Uddhava Gita, different places actually. Now we are simply taking that they are seeing the Paramatma. So here there is a commentary is there in the 10th sloka commentary. So when he practiced jnana sadhanas, he is purified. But purification is not enough. What is needed to see Paramatma? Bhakti also is needed. Example is given. There is a owl. OWL. Owl only, na? Owl. So owl is also having the eye. Can it see the sun? No, it cannot see. It is always when sun is there, then it will go on inside. It cannot see the sun. If it see, it will die actually immediately. It cannot see owl cannot see sun. But human eye can see the sun? Yes. Human eye can see the sun. So how only human eye can see the sun, not the owl eye can see. Similarly, that means owl is also having the eye, but only having high eye is not enough. Like human eye is able to see the sun. So from here, what you are concluding? Similarly, here, just one who purified himself is not sufficient. By hard sadhanas, even if someone may, without doing bhakti, with the hard jnana sadhanas, he purified himself. Ajnana he removed and avidya removed and he covered with the vidya. Maybe think. But still he cannot see Paramatma. Like how the all eye cannot see the sun. But When this jnani is accompanied with the bhakti, then only you can see Paramatma. You are getting the point? Bhakti only you can see. Just having eye is not enough. Owl is also having eye, but it is cannot enough to see the sun. In this way, you should take. So that means seeing the sun in the sky means not the seeing the owl seeing the sun, but the human eye seeing the sun. Ah, yes. मैं थोड़ा सा और एक्स्ट्रा टाइम ले लूंगा आज 8:30 है ना ले लूं ना ये चलो थोड़ा सा ले लेंगे आप सो ज्ञानी शुद्धेन जीवात्मनैव परमात्मानं भक्त्यैव अनुभूयते main point is what Shuddha Jivatma which is having the bhakti that person only can see the Paramatma that Jnani only can see the Paramatma not the simply Jnani who is not having the bhakti cannot see the example is human eye only can see the sun not the owl eye owl is also having the eye which is not impure pure eye it is also having but it is not sufficient to see the sun. Similarly, so Jnani is pure, but he cannot see the sun, Lord. But when he is with the bhakti, then only he can see. That's the point. Next 11th sloka, what is telling? How that Paramatma is. How that Paramatma is. That is being said. That means before directly experiencing that Paramatma, now Jnani is in the 10th sloka, Jnani is directly experiencing. Na? With the bhakti is directly experiencing. But before coming to that stage, he is hearing and experiencing. That is another thing. That hearing through hearing, how he experiences is being said in the sloka number 11. Okay? समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं? Please reset your alarm. 8:30 का अलार्म लगते तुरंत मन बोलता है कि चलो जहाँ चले जाओ कब बंद होगा चले जाओ कब बंद होगा चले जाओ अभी थोड़ा रिसेट कर देंगे तो आधा घंटा और भी है चलो ठीक है आज थोड़ा मन शांत रहेगा ए रुको ऐसा बोल नहीं तो हरी भरी में बोल नहीं पाएंगे पूरा कॉन्सेप्ट थोड़ा सा भी हरी में जाएंगे तो फ्लो बिगड़ जाएगा और कहीं ना कहीं कुछ पॉइंट्स मैं मिस कर दूंगा तो उसके बाद फ्लो बनेगा ही नहीं बहुत मुश्किल हो जाती है तो इसलिए थोड़ा सा क्या करें अभी आई एम रियली गिविंग लॉट ऑफ ट्रबल टू ऑल ऑफ यू सो प्लीज सॉरी so here 11th sloka is saying that Paramatma so how he is being experienced so is said here शास्त्रोक्त ज्ञान विषयीभूतत्वं ज्ञापितम means shastra how it is describing about that Paramatma is said in the 11th sloka see that is a liberated soul realizes the absolute personality of God your Prabhupada he can in the previous purport he said he see himself now he is saying that he sees Paramatma. Prabhupada will not follow any consistency that, but we should understand that one Acharya commentary is saying this, and Prabhupada can take that commentary also. Prabhupada can take the commentary from the translation can he do from the other Acharya's commentary also. Two different flows can be there simultaneously. And so then how to know this? This you have to know through the commentaries only. So here he is saying how is this Paramatma is described by the Shastra. So who is transcendental, who is manifest as a reflection even in the false ego, who is the support of the material cause. He enters into everything. That means he is the Mahat Chakshu and he is the Satpati. So that means Parakarana, he is Pati. Simple, what it means, let me explain in two line, in two words. This Paramatma is described by Shastra in this way. What is that? Asati Nashvare Jagati Sadaiva Bhasate Antaryamittvena. The one who is Antaryami to this entire creation. That is the Paramatma description. How it, and also Karanasya Bandhu. That means he is the husband of Prakrti. And Karyasya Mahadadehi Chakshuhu. And he is the eye of the Karyas, that means Mahat and so and so. What it means is I have the Mahat and so and so means Mahat and all are working because of Lord's energy only. Na? They are all active became, otherwise 24 are sitting like that. So that's why he is the Mahadadevi Chakshu. That means he is illuminating that. When 24 are created, they are all lying or not? Then when it started functioning? Huh? When these all 24 elements started functioning and became the Anda? Huh? Samhanana Shakti. When Lord enters, Lord's Samhanana Shakti enters, then only these 24 principles became active. Why point is said? याद नहीं रहते. चलो नेक्स्ट श्लोक. यथा जलस्थ आभास स्थलस्तेनावदृश्यते स्वाभासेन तथा सूर्यो जलस्तेन दिवि स्थितः. This is quite interesting actually. प्रथमं जीवात्म एव केन प्रकारेण ज्ञातव्यः ततः तेन परमात्मा च इत्यत्र सदृष्टान्तमः जलस्थ सिद्ध आभास तद्बिम्बाकारः निष्कम्पः सूर्यप्रकाशः तथा गृहान्तरवर्ती सच्चलित. How to know Paramatma? Okay, this Jivatma, how it is knowing the Paramatma? How to know Paramatma? How to guess? It's not knowing is here like how to understand there is existence of Paramatma. That is given with the example. So see, this is sun, and this is there is a house is like this. As in this house, this is open space, and there is a house here. This is a house. This is a Mandava. You know Mandava? Painting, but inside an open space will be there, and there is some pond is there, or some small tub is there, and water is there in this, and here sun is reflected, and this sun is reflection is falling on the this wall. That means like not like exactly sun, like something, some light is falling here. So then person is standing here. He is seeing this. From this, that means on the wall he is seeing some light reflections. By this he will be, oh, who is the cause for this? Then from this he understands that this light is coming from the reflection of the sun from this pond or this tub. And after going there and seeing, oh, this is also not independent, this is not the real source. It is also a reflection of a real sun. It is also just reflection of the sun, it's not original. Then this light is also not original. Original light is on the sky, then you'll understand this. Same way, so Jivatma, so one jnani also can understand Paramatma in this way. This example is given. 12th example. The presence of Supreme Lord can be realized just as the sun is realized first as a reflection on water and again a second reflection on the wall of room, although the sun itself is situated in the sky. So now example is given in the 12th sloka. In 13th sloka, how to apply that is being said. Okay? Application of that is said in the 13th sloka. Let us go and see that. Evam tivruda hankaro bhutendriya manomayai swabhase lakshito nena sadabhasena satyadrut. In this way, the self-realized soul is reflected first in the threefold ego and then in the body, senses, and mind. So, like how he will be seeing how to apply that example. So now here, try to see here. This is now this ahankara, buddhi, mana. These are all active. That means chetana we are seeing in activeness. That means workingness we are seeing in what? Ahankara. That means ego, buddhi, and mind, and so on. So we are seeing what chetana in this. From where this chetana is coming? This is coming from the soul. Yes or no? Hey, this is soul and this chetana is entering or not? This is what? These dots. Yes? Yes. And we are seeing the livingness in this chitta and workingness in this all. Then from this we understand from where this workingness is coming. This is coming from the soul. And from this soul, who from where it is coming, this is also not original. Like this reflection in this tub is also not original. So from where this soul, the Chetana is coming originally. So then you will see there is another one that is nothing but super soul. Okay? Like that one should apply. Chalo next 14. Chalo mane udar भूत सूक्ष्मेन्द्रिया मनो बुद्ध्यादिष्विह निद्रया लीने श्वसति यस्तत्र विनिद्रो निरहङ्क्रियः. Although a devotee appears to be merged in the five material elements, the objects of material enjoyment, the material senses, and the material mind and intelligence, he is understood to be awake and to be freed from the false ego. 14th. So what is being said in this 14th? In this 14th we are seeing Kintu so how one can see himself when this layaha, that means here किंतु चक्षु श्रोत्रादिकम इव तम जीवात्मानं त्रिविध अहंकारात् पृथक् भूतं साक्षात् दर्शयित अपेक्षामः भूतेति त्रिभिः भूतानि शासति अनभिव्यक्तत्वाद् असत्तुल्ये प्राधान्ये निद्रया लीने शतसु वा तदा निद्रा निरहंकारः तदा आत्मानं जीवानां प्रतिविधि लोकं अनुभवति तदेन अन्वयः. So in the 14th it is said that bhuta sukshma indriya mano buddhyadishu निद्रया लीनेषु सति यह तत्र विनिद्रो निरहं क्रियः. This is telling about the sushupti actually. So now here's the one more point. Here in the 14th sloka, what is said? This Jivatma, 9 o'clock I will leave definitely. Please, only 10 minutes. This Jivatma is able to, this Jivatma, when it is laya, what is the buddhi, manaha, ahankar, all are laya means when they are all disconnected from it, then Jivatma can realize itself. Swayam anubhavati. This is, we can see in the stage of Shushupti. That is being said here. Vinidraha nirahankriyah tam atmanam jivam pratipadyate lokaha anubhavati iti. Lineshu sassu, when ahankara, but permanent laya, when it will happen, when the moksha it will get, when this linga deha is burnt out, that is permanent laya. Then also Jivatma will realize Even there is no permanent laya in the Sushupti also. Time being, only for temporarily, it is getting the laya of the ego, chitta, intelligence, and mind. So at that time also it can experience. That thing we are seeing here in the 14th sloka. 15th. मन्यमानस्तदात्मानम् अनष्टो नष्टवन्मृषा नष्टेऽहं करणे द्रष्टा नष्टवित्त इवातुरः. The living entity can vividly feel his existence as the seer, but because of the disappearance of the ego during the state of deep sleep, he falsely takes himself to be the lost. Like a man who has lost his fortune and feels distress, thinking himself to be lost. Hey, 14 and 15, 16, what they are saying? They are saying about deep sleep state. Okay? Till 13, we have seen that. So while practicing jnana yoga and along with the bhakti, so jnana will be increasing, and these are all, that means suppressed. That means other the subtle body. So they are all purified. Otherwise, that means they are all, that's rajoguna is, tamoguna is over. Then along with the bhakti, it can see. That's the one way. 13 till that we see is said. Now in the 14, 15, 16, we are telling about the sushupti, deep sleep state. In the deep sleep state, all the ahankara, buddhi, and intelligence, man, these are all get the laya. So in that state, jivatma is experiencing. So when it is seeing that ahankara is not there, then it is crying like what? The person who lost his wealth. So like that, you see, what is the translation? The living entity can vividly feel his existence as a seer, but because of the disappearance of the ego during the state of deep sleep, he falsely takes himself to be lost. Like a man who lost his fortune and feels distress, thinking himself to be lost. So here, nanu alam tarhi yogabhyasena manoindriyadi laye sati yah kevalam atmanubhavo yogabhyasa phalam. This is known anyway. So here the main point is what we want to say. In the deep sleep state, these are all gone. Naste, that means swayam anastopi atmanam nashtat mrusha manyamano ityadi avidyavantam jivam sushupta utprekshate. And here just we are saying in the sushupti stage, Jivatma is losing the ego and so and so. Utpreksha only. That means it is crying, it is a utpreksha, it is not real actually. Utpreksha means exaggeration and saying. What it means? What it means? Yogabhyasena jivopadi bhutanam tattvanam atyantike laye satyeva jivaha vitta sakto eva nastayam satyam tata eva jivasya naishkarmyam vina sushupti pralayoho upadi nasepi na swarupa prapti naishkarmyam cha bhakti gnanabhyam vina na bhavet iti sushupto avidya tat sanskaranam cha vidyamanatvat kevala atmanubhava api akinchit kara iti. So what it means? In Sushupti state, by just temporarily using this ego and this is not really the real solution for this. It yoga. It has to practice the yoga, and by that yoga abhyasa laya will be happening. Then only it can lose the so permanent asakti towards the and in the pralaya also is experiencing. Because avidya tattva samskaranam cha vidyamanatva. Even the sushupti and the pralaya, avidya is samskaras are there. So that anubhava is not the real anubhava.
He is not feeling happiness or experiencing that.
Using of ego, then utpreksha I'm saying. Utpreksha means वो सुषुप्ति का एग्जाम्पल देकर वो रियली ఈ కైనిక తాత్పర్యానికి దీన్ని ఎలా అర్థం తీసుకోవాలంటే అది నిజంగా జరగదు అట్లా చెప్తాం అనమాట. అరే ఈ సుషుప్తి స్టేజ్లో ఉన్నది అది ఏడుస్తుంది, అన్ని అహంకారం పోయినాయి. యాక్చువల్లీ ఏం ఏడవట్లేదు. యాక్చువల్లీ అప్పుడు ఆ టైంలో దానికి అసలు ఏం తెలియదు, ఓన్లీ ఎక్స్పీరియన్సింగ్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్. సో ఇక్కడ అర్థం ఏంటి అంటే జీవాత్మ మెయిన్ మనం అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. అయం అర్థం అని చెప్పి చెప్తున్నారు ఇక్కడ. అయం అర్థం అని దీన్ని అర్థం చేసుకోవాల్సింది ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ చూడండి, అయం అర్థ ఇట్ మీన్స్ యోగాభ్యాసం చేసి జీవం యొక్క ఉపాధి, ఇది మొత్తం ఉపాధి అన్నమాట. దీన్నంతా ఉపాధి అంటారు. ఈ ఉపాధిని మొత్తాన్ని పోగొట్టుకుంటేనే, అది మొత్తం పోగొట్టుకొని జీవోపాధి భూతానం తత్వానం ఆత్యంతిక లయ. ఆత్యంతిక లయ మీన్స్ in the sushupti only temporary light happens. Atyantika light means permanently finishing. Satya eva jiva swiya swarupanandah bhavat anandamaya bhavati. Then only jivatma will become really solution. Destruction for the, that means attachment is the solution. In the Sushupti and Pralaya, what is happening? Only Ahankara is temporarily destroyed. But that is, example is given here. What is example? So someone is having so much attachment for the wealth. Now his wealth is completely destroyed. By that, is there any solution for him? By that he will be happy? No. But what should be happen to him? Attachment to the wealth should be gone. Then only he will be happy. Na? Similarly here, in the Sushupti and Pralaya, what is happening? Destruction is happening for the Ahankara. Ahankara destruction is happening. But Avidya still is there.
Tattva is not experienced happiness.
He is experiencing happiness,
but not
the Swarupananda. It permanently is not. That's the point he is saying. एवं प्रत्यमवश्यास एवं प्रत्यवमृष्यासा आत्मानं प्रतिपद्यते सहंकारस्य द्रव्यस्य यो वस्तानमनुग्रहा. When by mature understanding one can realize his individuality, then the situation he accepts under false ego becomes manifest to him. So, सुषुप्ति and प्रलया in that stage, तो कुछ नहीं हो रहा है क्या? हो रहा है. कोई फायदा है सुषुप्ति और प्रलय से? फायदा तो है. What is that फायदा? After the सुषुप्ति दर्द हो रहा है. Wait. In सुषुप्ति, anyway we are so disconnected from the ahankara, buddhi, mana temporarily, and we are realizing so bliss. So, but we are saying in the previous lecture we said that it's not the permanent solution, because once again that ahankara, buddhi all are attached because avidya is there still with us. But now, so then that means there is no use of the sushupti. No, there is a use of the sushupti. What kind of use of the sushupti? Since you are going into the sushupti and after that you are thinking that you are getting the realization that I was happy. This realization you are getting or not? Sukam aham aswapsam. Abhi tak bahut acha neend aaya. Nakinchit avedisham. But I don't know what happened. But I was so happy. After getting up from the deep sleep, you will get this kind of realization or not? So this realization will be useful to think that there is existence of soul, which is blissful one. And like that, you should endeavor, you can endeavor to destroy the ahankara and so permanently. This is the use of the Shushti Paramrishaha. That means you can use a state of the Sushupti to understand the existence of the soul and to endeavor for that permanent Sushupti. This is permanent destruction of Ahankara, Buddhi and Anaha. So that is the thing. Yes.
But truly speaking, without listening, thing today you are speaking never came after getting up on.
Now we have a second thing.
There will be so, there will be experience ananda.
So that's true. Okay. Now onwards, you can. That for you is a proof issue. Because many things. Sometimes wealth is there in our house only, but we don't know. Someone should come and say, "The wealth is there." Like that. Now you are going with the wealth. Sure, your wealth is there with you. Okay. Now from 70 hours, devotee is going to say. We'll see tomorrow. So it will take quickly another half an hour of time because these another 15 slokas are very easy. What you understood here, the difference between the soul and Prakrti we understood. And if you practice the jnana sadhanas, so and along with the bhakti one should do. So by this, what will happen? So one will be coming to the vidya, and finally with that bhakti he is able to see the Paramatma. And we also saw the Sushupti state. In the Sushupti we are not getting the, so we are getting the temporary, that means realization, that is not permanent. So but one should get the permanent that by practicing jnana sadhanas, by atyantika, so pralaya of the ahankara, so on so when happens, then one can get. And also we have seen in between how one can guess existence of the Paramatma. Also we have seen there is a reflection of the sun on the wall, and then we are seeing there is a reflection of the water on the sun on the water. Then from that we are guessing. Similarly, one can guess there is a Paramatma by seeing the ahankaras, their chetana in the ahankaras. You can guess Atma, and from there you can guess Paramatma, like that. These things only we have seen. Thank you very much for your kind and patient hearing.
Outside raining.
Raining, huh? Oh, you're all not going. Okay, then we'll go to next day. I have no problem. Devahuti Ruvacha Purusham Prakrti. But whenever the rain stops, so please let me know. Huh? Okay. Whenever rain is stopped, I will be leaving. If anyone want to go, actually Chatri is there. Very well. Generally, Andhra people they don't use Chhatri, but Bengali they use it. Every time they will keep with their hand. And also North Indians. Prakriti Purusham Prakriti Brahman Vimunchati Karichit Anyonya Pashayacha Nityatvadana Yogavu. Very simple actually this section, remaining section. Half an hour section this is. Sri Devati inquired, my dear Brahmana, does material nature ever give release to the spirit soul? Since one is attracted to the other eternally, how is their separation possible? What she's asking actually, she's asking she is saying that the relationship between Prakriti and Purusha is permanent. So Prakriti is Shakti of the Lord. Vishwa Sushtiyadi Leelartham, so Shaktim Prakritim Upashtate. Lord is Anyonyashraya. She is saying Anyonyashraya. Anyonyashraya means dependency, mutual dependency. Here, Purusha, Prakriti, Brahman means, oh my dear Kapila, Purusha and Prakriti, that means Purusham Prakriti Namunchati. That means, so Vimunchati. So Karhichit Vimunchati. Purusha will not leave, sorry, Prakriti will not leave Prakriti anytime. What is the meaning of this? Prakriti purusham karhichit vimunchati. Na, this Brahman na vimunchati karhichit means Purusha, Prakriti will not leave, छोड़ती नहीं है किसको? पुरुष को, पुरुषा. This is not. Prakriti will not leave Purusha. Why? Anyonyapashrayatvat. What kind of ashraya they have? Anyonyashraya. Mutual dependency. Mutual dependency means Lord is accepting Prakriti for what sake? Ekoham Bahusya. When he wants to become many, then only he will accept Prakriti and he will so do Leela with that. What Leela? He will create this Prakriti, with this Prakriti so many Brahmandas and he will be going and sleeping in this. And उनको मजा आता है. जैसे बच्चे क्या करते हैं? एक मिट्टी से छोटा छोटा घर बनाते हैं और मैं अभी घर में रह रहा हूँ करके ऐसा मजा लेते हैं. Karnanos and Vishnu also sleeping in Karna ocean. All the time is feeling boring actually. अरे तो इधर सो के बोरिंग हो गए. थोड़ा सा हम और नया प्लेस में सो जाओ. तो इसीलिए वो एक बार ऐसा प्रकृति की तरफ देखते हैं. वो समझ लेती है. अरे मेरा स्वामी चाहते नया प्लेस में सोना है. My husband is thinking that to sleep in a new place. Then immediately she will be creating the all 24 elements. And by that, so also Brahmanas are made. And after that she is inviting her. My dear Lord, please come and sleep in a new place. So, and then Lord entering into this new place in the form of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu and sleeping there. First by filling that into the half of that water and he will with his own sweat and he will sleep there. Just for 1 minute of time, that's blinking of time. He resides there and then after he will feel bored and he will leave that place. All Brahmandas are finished. Brahmaji's 100 years of time, how much is span of the Karnana service to one blinking? एक ब्लिंकिंग में आके नया मजा लिया और बोरिंग लगा उनको छोड़ दिया. इतना सब कुछ स्मैश फिनिश. ये होता रहता है. उनको मजा है. जैसे बच्चों इधर इधर उधर उधर कूदते हैं ना. दिस इज सृष्टि लीला. फॉर दिस सेक ही एक्सेप्ट प्रकृति. And Prakriti also will not leave him because she is his energy. He is a Shaktiman and she is a Shakti. So then what happened to Devotee? Why she is asking this? She is saying that ये जो प्रकृति है ये भगवान को कभी छोड़ती नहीं है तो हम लोगों को भी छोड़ेगी या नहीं? ये बात है उनका समझते हुए. उसका एग्जाम्पल दे रहे हैं कैसा भगवान को नहीं छोड़ती है. वो एग्जाम्पल दे रहे हैं. वो शी इज गिविंग सम अदर एग्जाम्पल. यथा गंधस्य भूमिश्च न भावो व्यतिरेक अपां रसस्य च यथा तथा बुद्धेः परस्य च. As there is no separate existence of earth and its aroma. कोई भी ऐसा संभव होता है क्या गंध पृथ्वी को छोड़ के रह सकते हैं क्या? नहीं. जल में जलत्व कभी हट के आता है क्या? नहीं. नमक में नमकीन हटता है क्या? नहीं. तो वैसा ही ये प्रकृति भगवान को छोड़ती ही नहीं है. They cannot separate existence of intelligence and consciousness. Next further shloka. अकर्तुर कर्म बंधोयम पुरुषस्य यदाश्रयः गुणेषु सत्सु प्रकृते कैवल्यं ते स्वतः कथम्. ऐसा. Now she is asking. Hence, therefore, even though he is a passive performer of all activities, how can there be freedom for the soul as long as material nature acts on him and binds him? वही क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं वो. ये जो प्रकृति कभी छोड़ती नहीं है भगवान, ये जीवात्मा को छोड़ती है या नहीं? That is the question. This is she asked. How जीवात्मा can get liberated? Where the जीवात्मा is akartu, that means non-doer. वो तो कुछ नहीं करता है जीवात्मा, तब तो उनको कैसा छोड़ेगी ये? How it can leave him? That is the question actually. Is it clear? Khatam kaivalyam. How? Then she is saying, क्वचित्तत्वावमर्शेन निवृत्तं भयमुल्बणम् अनिवृत्ता निमित्तत्वात् पुनः प्रत्यवतिष्ठते. Even if the great fear of bondage is avoided by mental speculation and inquiry into the fundamental principles, it may still appear again, since its cause has not ceased. She is also telling sometimes by the understanding I am self, not body, I am the soul, and it looks like that sometimes this prakriti is left, but also still it is again coming that bondage. When we understand it in the few minutes back, you all understood that you are not body, you are the soul, and yes, I am the soul. When you are in that platform, you are understanding that nothing is mine and everything is outside to me. Like that, you felt, na? But after some time, अरे मेरे पत्नी तो कपड़ा निकाली है, नहीं क्या हो रहा है? तो तुरंत ये तो आ ही जाते हैं, और वो कैसा कर रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं, इस बच्चों से कैसा संभाल रहे हैं करके तो आता है ना तुरंत. तो वही बात बोल रहे हैं, कभी कभी छोड़ दिया लगता है, लेकिन कभी तुरंत आ भी जाता है. ये कैसा है, इसका पूरा रिलीफ होगा या नहीं इससे? ऐसा बहुत इनोसेंटली शी इज आस्किंग. देन भगवान इज सेइंग, श्री भगवान वाचा अनिमित्त निमित्तेन स्वधर्मेण मलात्मना तीव्रया मयि भक्त्या च श्रुत संवृतया चिरम. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, one can get liberation by seriously, क्या बोल रहे हैं? Seriously discharging devotional service unto me and thereby hearing for a long time about me and from me. By thus executing one's prescribed duties, there will be no reaction and one will be freed from contamination of matter. उन्होंने जो बोले हैं वो प्रश्न, उनको उत्तर क्या बोले? Seriously, तीव्रेण Bhakti yogena, bhaktyacha. That means animitta nimittena. Animitta means without any expectation. Nimitta means without expectation is only the nimitta. That means what? Nishkama karma yoga. In the Nishkama karma yoga, what is the goal? Nishkama karma is only the goal. Yes or no? Why one do the Nishkama karma yoga? Nishkama karma yoga means what? What is the purpose of doing Nishkama karma yoga? Getting it. That means Nishkama karma means what? Leaving the results of karma. Why one do the karma? To leave the results of the karma. So that's why, what is the cause for the doing the Nishkama karma yoga? Nishkama is only the cause. Animitta is only the nimitta. Understanding? Animitta means Nishkama. Nimitta means cause. That means Nishkama karma yoga is done for the sake of Nishkama. Animitta nimittena swadharmena. That means one do the swadharma, so for the sake of animitta means Nishkama. Okay? One should do that. That means which part of he is explaining? Same in our diagram. Same once again, because everything is repeated again and again. Same thing is repeating actually. One should do Nishkama karma yoga and also one should do tivra bhakti. He is simply repeating the things. Mummy, oh Amma, you have to do so seriously Nishkama karma yoga along with bhakti. Seriously do. Everything will go. Next. Jnanena krita drushta tattvena vairagyena baliyasa तपोयुक्तेन योगेन तीव्रेण आत्मसमाधिना तीव्र और एक बार बोल रहे हैं This devotional service has to be performed strongly in perfect knowledge and with transcendental vision. One must be strongly renounced and must engage in austerity and perform mystic yoga in order to be firmly fixed in self-absorption. भक्ति भी बहुत मजबूती से करो और ज्ञान का अंगों को भी मजबूती से करो निष्काम कर्म योग को भी मजबूती से करो सब मजबूती से करने से सब निकल जाएगा परमानेंट हो जाएगा सब निकल जाएगी सो ऐसा करने से क्या होगा अभी बाद में बोला जा रहा है तब लिंग देह नष्ट हो जाएगा देखिए प्रकृति पुरुषस्य तस्य माना तु हर्निशम तिरोभवित्रीशनकैर् योनिर्वारिणः अरिणः So example is given. The influence of material nature has covered the living entity and thus it is as if the living entity were always be in a blazing fire. So by the process of seriously discharging devotional service, this influence can be removed just as which cause a fire themselves consumed by it. But yeah, so the point is here. So see, when this yogi, this jnana yogi is doing the jnana sadhanas and also bhakti very tivra, what will happen? Kapil Bhagavan is saying in this general way. So he's saying that, like you see, if you take two sticks and if you rub it, what will happen? There will be fire and that stick it's also, because of that fire it will be burned. Like in the yajna to generate the fire, they take the two arnis, and in that arni they will put the smooth dry grass, and upper one they will be rotating. చిలకడం అన్నమాట ఇలా చిలుకుతారు ఆ పైన కూడా వుడ్డే కిందది వుడ్డే మధ్యలో పీచు పెట్టేసి చిలికితే దాంట్లో నుంచి ఫైర్ వస్తుంది ఆ ఫైర్ తీయకుండా అలాగే ఉంచేసాం అనుకో ఆ అరణి కూడా కాల్చేస్తుంది అలాగే so when we practice very jnana sadhanas very strongly then what will happen along with the bhakti if you practice then what will happen so all these that means linga deham that means mind intelligence ego these are all known as linga deham all these will be that means from this jnana will be produced that means they are all becoming the mode of goodness and then after that with this tivra bhakti like how if you rub the two wood it will be generating fire and that is burning the two woods also same way all this linga deham is fully become jnanamayam and that jnana itself is going to burn them and everything will be finished linga deham will be finished and only jivatma and along with some little bhakti whatever is there that will be there I said na in the diagram when it will happen in our diagram here in this stage only devotion will be there so knowledge also will be finished example is like the woods are rubbed the fire is coming and that fire is finishing the wood also similarly this mind intelligence all are used to practice jnana sadhanas they will be becoming that means jnana is produced and they are burning them also but in the bhakti what happens we saw in the case of bhakti में क्या हुआ भूल गए क्या हाँ यस वेरी गुड एटलीस्ट पास में तो आ ही गए हाँ हाँ यस यस वेरी गुड very good in the case of the bhakti what will happen with the tivra bhakti like how when you eat a food That Jadaragni is removing all the waste thing. Asaramsha means waste material and evacuating that. And whatever Saramsha is there, that it is giving, supplying to the whole body, nourishing the whole body. Same way, Bhakti also, what it will do, the materialness, whatever is there in this mind, intelligence, and so on, so that materialness will be out and it will make everything as spiritual actually. But in the case of Jnana sadhanas, वो सभी बर्न करके खत्म हो जाए. Finish. Linga there, finish. In the bhakti, but you may say in the Jnana Yoga, bhakti also is there. But this bhakti is not tivra bhakti. This bhakti is only, is not the goal of the bhakti. It's not pure bhakti. It's not pure bhakti. It is jnana misra bhakti. Or bhakti misra jnana. That means this bhakti along with the jnana bhakti is also done. Here the sake of the bhakti is what? What is the purpose of here bhakti? Only burning the linga deha is the goal of this bhakti. That is only the desire of the jnani. Jnani desires by this bhakti, what he will desire? My linga deha should be burnt out and I should go and merge into the Brahman. So Bhakti Maharani is so merciful and she will do that much only. Understanding? This is the difference. एक कॉन्सेप्ट एक बार क्लियर हो गया तो आपको कोई भी फर्क पड़, कहीं भी पढ़ो, कुछ भी पढ़ो, समझ में आ जाए. कॉन्सेप्ट जब तक नहीं, एक बार कम से कम दिमाग में कॉन्सेप्ट बैठना है तो पूरा आ जाएगा. भक्ति की के भक्त की शुद्ध भक्ति के केस में क्या होता है, ज्ञान में भक्त की भक्ति में ज्ञान के केस में क्या हो. नेक्स्ट, भुक्त भोगा परित्यक्ता दुष्ट दोषा दृष्ट दोषा च नित्यशः नेश्वरस्य शुभं धत्ते स्वे महिम्ने स्थितस्य च. By discovering the faultiness of hearing, of his desiring to lord it over material nature, and by therefore giving it up, the living entity becomes independent and stands in his own glory. Now, what is being said? लिंग देह खत्म हो गया. लिंग देह माने माइंड, इंटेलिजेंस, ईगो एंड चित्ता. दिस इज लिंग देह. दिस इज आउट. अब थोड़ा सा बचा ही मान लीजिए, माने पूरा जल गया, थोड़ा थोड़ा बच गया, तो उस स्थिति में भी कोई समस्या आ जाएगा उस लिंग देह से? कोई समस्या उत्पन्न होगा क्या? नहीं होगा. क्यों? एक बार ऑलरेडी ही अंडरस्टूड दैट भुक्त भोगा बहुधा स्वर्ग नरकादिर यस्या अतएव विवेकिना चर्वितत्वात् त्यक्ता तदपि देवाद आपतन्ति चेत् दुष्टदोषा यस्या सा ईश्वरस्य नित्यत्वमेव सदसद् विवेचनेन भुक्त्वा परित्यजने दोषदर्शने च समर्थस्य स्वे महिमे स्वीये महत्वे गुरुपदिष्ट साधु वर्त्मनि. So he is burning his linga deha. It's not happening only one day. One day we are becoming transcendental. Only one day we are becoming transcendental. No, na. So when we do bhakti, so see in our diagram, this side you are doing bhakti, pure bhakti, and you are getting the what? Transcendental body, and material body is finished. In this case, what is happening? In this case, linga deha is gradually burning. Gradually burning, or the only one day it is completely burned. Gradually burned, and here completely burned actually. This is the thing. Here also spiritualization is happening. That is, Siddha Deha is every day is growing. Yes or no? हम लोग पढ़े हैं ना, जब खाने के बाद तुरंत नेक्स्ट मिनट में पच के सब कुछ निकल का आया क्या? ऊपर का ऊपर, नीचे का नीचे होता है क्या? नहीं है ना. 3-4 घंटा लगता है. वे भी पढ़ लिए हम लोग उधर एग्जाम्पल. वैसा ही भक्ति करते ही तुरंत सिद्धदेव होता है क्या? उसके भी टाइम लगता है. वैसे लिंग देह भी एक ही दिन में खत्म हो जाता है क्या? नहीं है. इट विल ग्रेजुअली गो. व्हेन दिस लिंग देह इज बर्निंग gradually, so in that time, that means maybe here, so it started burning in good extent. So in that time, even if we get the sense objects, will he accept that? He will not accept, because so he has seen. What is that sloka in there? See, drishta dosha. Drishta dosha. He has seen the problems of enjoying sense objects. Yes or no? And Bhukta Bhoga, he already experienced this. That means if he does enjoyment, what kind of punishment he can get, he knows already. So that's why this person will not go back. That means the person whoever is here, he will not go back and once again desire for the material things. That's the point he said. Okay, clear? समझ में आया ग्रीन शर्ट प्रभु जी? हाँ, लिंग देह, अरे भाई लिंग देह इधर फिनिश हो जाएगा, अविद्या इधर फिनिश हो जाएगा। अविद्या कहाँ फिनिश होगा? अविद्या कब फिनिश होगा बोलिए आप? हाँ, अविद्या कब फिनिश होगा? हाँ, बाबा अविद्या कब फिनिश होगा? हाँ बोलो ना, इसको अब तो डायरेक्ट सही बोल रहे हैं। निष्काम कर्म योग के बाद क्या होगा? जीवात्मा का अविद्या फिनिश होगा, क्या होगा? क्या होगा? विद्या आवृत होगा। अरे भाई बोल रहे हैं, मैं किसको बोल रहा हूँ? मैं आप लोगों की बोल रहा हूँ ना, आप लोग एकदम रेस्पॉन्स नहीं दे रहे हमको बहुत। निष्काम कर्म योग का आउटपुट क्या है? हाँ, मैं बोला नहीं कितना बार ये डायग्राम बोल बोल के भाग गए। निष्काम कर्म का आउटपुट क्या बोला? अरे बोलो आप ठीक से पॉइंट दे दो इनको। हाँ, बोलो, आप सुने हैं ना, सारी सारी बोल रहे हैं।
हाँ, अविद्या चली जाएगी।
हाँ,
विद्या का कार्य आ जाएगा।
हाँ विद्या से, हाँ क्या बोल रहे हैं? When finally you reach to here, then लिंग देह पूरा खत्म हो जाएगा, बचेगा और उस भक्ति से ब्रह्म में लीन हो जाएगा। क्या है इसमें? और कोई मैं बल से बोला था? अरे ग्रीन टी शर्ट प्रभु जी, आपको समझ में आया? हाँ, हाँ, ए लेयर का मोड कहा बोला मैंने? तो स्पेकुलेशन है कुछ। ये डायग्राम बोल रहे हैं ना, काला डायग्राम, ये है ना, इस डायग्राम यू आर सेइंग। हाँ, नहीं आप क्या समझे बोलिए, हम आपका डाउट को निवृत्त करूंगा बस। कुछ और डाउट है या नहीं है ना? आपको सबको समझ में आया या नहीं? वही सिंपल वो, इसमें क्या होता है कि निष्काम कर्म से अविद्या हट जाएगा, विद्या आ जाएगा, और भक्ति तो रहेगा, भक्ति करेगा तो बार बार वही बोल रहे हैं, भक्ति करो बोल रहे हैं। और उसके बाद निष्काम कर्म कर्म छोड़ देंगे और ज्ञान साधनाओं को फुल्ली यूज करेंगे, और उसके साथ साथ तीव्र भक्ति करेंगे, तो क्या होता है? उससे विद्या बढ़ेगी और विद्या विद्या को काटेगी, और लिंग देह भी, लिंग देह माने मन बुद्धि अहंकार, ये सभी भी जलना शुरू हो जाता है। और जब फाइनली रीच करेंगे तो जीवन मुक्त स्टेज को, तो पूरा लिंग देह खत्म, तो जाके ब्रह्म में लीन हो जाएंगे। क्या समस्या है इसमें? कोई डिफरेंस, कोई डिफिकल्ट? वेरी गुड। तो अब लिंग देह जलने लगेगा तो बीच में जब भी और संस्कार चीज आते तो भी वो एक्सेप्ट करेगा क्या? नहीं करेगा, क्योंकि ये सभी दोबारा दुख देगा करके वो जाएगा नहीं, यही बात बोल रहे हैं। आई डोंट नो, ये कोई नया चीज, सिंपल चीज बार बार हर श्लोक में कपिल भगवान यही बोल रहे हैं। कभी नहीं तो निष्काम कर्म योग करो, साथ में भक्ति करो, उसके बाद तो तीव्र भक्ति करो और साथ साथ ज्ञान अंगों को भी उपासना करो, उसके बाद लिंग देह नष्ट हो जाएगा और उसमें चले जाएंगे, ब्रह्म में लीन हो जाएंगे, परमात्मा को देखेंगे भक्ति से ही। वो जीवात्मा वो ज्ञानी, सो वो जीवात्मा भक्ति सही से, उसी भक्ति से ही भगवान को देख पाएगा, परमात्मा को देखेगा। क्या है ये चीज? कोई डिफिकल्टी? कुछ भी डिफिकल्टी नहीं। भक्ति में भी तो ट्रांसलेट होता है, ज्ञान योग में जल जाता है लिंग देह। और एक बार सुनिए आप सब लोग दोबारा। क्या करिएगा मुझसे और ज्यादा कुछ। मैं अभी सुना दूंगा और 2 घंटे आई एम रेडी टू। तो
Example.
नो लेफ्ट साइड, हाँ लेफ्ट साइड, राइट साइड। देखिए गुड क्वेश्चन, సో అలాంటి క్వశ్చన్ అడగండి। है भक्ति योग माने इधर भक्ति योग ये अलग है, ये तो शुद्ध भक्ति। इधर भी भक्ति करो, निष्काम कर्म योग के साथ भक्ति करो, उसके बाद ये बोल रहे हैं ज्ञानांगों के साथ भी भक्ति करो बोल रहे हैं ना। ये भक्ति मान इधर जाना नहीं, ये भक्ति केवल क्या है, ये शुद्ध भक्ति नहीं, वो ज्ञान मिश्रित भक्ति। और ये भक्ति क्या है, मैं बार बार बोल रहा हूँ, ये भक्ति से उनको भगवान को प्रसन्न करना उद्देश्य नहीं, वो अपना ज्ञान की साधनाओं से रिजल्ट आना है बस। लिंग देह नष्ट होना और ब्रह्म की प्राप्ति होना। तीव्र भक्ति करो, नहीं तो शुद्ध भक्ति अलग है, तीव्र भक्ति अलग है। भक्ति जबरदस्त करो बोल रहे, माने शुद्ध भक्ति नहीं। शुद्ध भक्ति माने सत्य माने लॉर्ड इज परमानेंटली एग्जिस्टिंग विद दैट पावर, नॉट दैट दी। हाँ नो नो नो, शुद्ध भक्ति I said already, that's 25th chapter. This chapter is telling about so bhakti misra jnana. So who, how to know? So Shuddha Bhakti means Jnana Karma Janavrutam, Anyadibhasha Sunyam, Anukulya Krishnanusillam. All the conditions should be satisfied. That is not there here. He is aspiring for the liberation. And is also aspiring. So Shuddha Bhakti means Anyadibhasha Sunyam should be satisfied. And also Jnana Karma Janavrutam, they should not be practicing of any Jnana sadhanas. माइक में बोलो, सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है आपका आवाज।
Conversation. The previous topic.
Huh? How come?
How come we say that he's only discussing about jnana?
शुद्ध भक्ति के कंडीशंस क्या है बोलो?
It's the first sloka itself when he started speaking. That's how we draw the diagram. The first sloka is telling the criteria exactly matching with the first sloka which Kapila spoke is matching with Anya. So the entire conversation is also talking about something.
In this chapter, he is saying which chapter first
The
one?
entire Rupa in that conversation.
No. Huh?
The exact conversation, not in this chapter.
Huh.
The
25th chapter. 25th chapter.
First sloka itself, we are equated with Anya Punyam.
Yes, yes.
So then he's talking about the Bhakti.
Hey.
And then he is talking about Bhava, the diagram of Bhakti relationship.
Yes.
And how come we are then ignoring that and saying please talk?
आप पूरा चैप्टर रिपीट करवा रहे हैं मेरे से नो वो उसमें तो हम लोग हर पॉइंट पर ये कौन सा भक्ति क्यों ऐसा भक्ति बोला जा रहा है हम लोग हर बार डिस्कस कर रहे हैं मे बी आई थिंक यू हैव टू तीव्र भक्ति मीन्स डूइंग ज्ञान संग्रह साधना strictly and seriously. Prabhupada is writing seriously. So you cannot say that Tivra Bhakti is Suddha Bhakti. Suddha Bhakti means Jnana Karma Janavrutam, Anukulyan Krishnansila, and Anyabhyasasila, these should be satisfied. These are all satisfied not in all slokas. Where it is satisfied already I discussed. And that is sloka number is what? So 20th chapter sloka number 18 or 19, something is there. Huh? Sattva eva. Huh? Sattva eva eka manasa, it will come actually. Swabhaviki to, like that will come. Sloka number is what, Prabhu? Can you remember? So there it is there, Suddha Bhakti. Then after that, so she is also asking now how to get out from the samsara. And he is saying Jnana Karma, that means Vairagya, Jnana Sadhanas, along with that Bhakti is saying. So then this is not the Bhakti, Suddha Bhakti, Jnana Karma Avartam is there. Even Tivra Bhakti is saying and also is asking to do Tivra Vairagya and Jnana also. So condition is not satisfied. Now how can you say it's Suddha Bhakti? So it's not that they, from first sloka he said that means everything is that. No, this all these three chapters. One is Jnana Mishra Bhakti, another is Yoga Mishra Bhakti, and Suddha Bhakti. All are being said. How to check the condition of? So you should not jump this side until unless Acharya is saying. You have to see the wording is satisfying the Anyabhilasha Sunni Jnana Karma Dhanavrutam or not. Sattva eva eka manusa. 32. Verse number 32. There only Suddha Bhakti is said. Before also is said, after that three, that means Adhyatma Yoga, there we said that three types of yogas I am going to say. In that he is saying that by attachment in the Lord only you will be getting the detachment for the samsara. There he said that means from that by attachment in Lord only is said now. So that's why. So by this only you will be getting this. That Suddha Bhakti is said. Then after that he is saying the Jnana and Yoga also he said there also. You might be remembering that. Then after that we have seen so many things actually. How that Suddha Bhakti comes and also once again in the last but one sloka in the 25th chapter he said about the Jnana Mishra Bhakti again. They are doing the Tivra Bhakti. Yeah. Result. Yes. Tivra Bhakti he is doing to get the result of that. Jnana sadhanas. Tivra Bhakti doesn't equal to Suddha Bhakti. Suddha Bhakti means it has to satisfy criteria given by Rupa Goswami. यथा ह्यप्रतिबुद्धस्य प्रस्वापो बह्वनर्धभृत् स एव प्रतिबुद्धस्य न वै मोहाय कल्पति. In the dreaming state, one's consciousness is almost covered, and one sees many inauspicious things. But when he is awakened and fully conscious, such inauspicious things cannot bewilder him. अभी क्या बोला जा रहा है कि in this 24 and 25, once start linga deha is burning. So even if he get the sense objects, he knows the dangerous situation, danger. That means of those sense objects, enjoying of sense objects. So that's why Dushra dosha. He has seen the dosha in the sense enjoyment. He will never go towards that. Like the person who came out from the dream. He saw in the dream line. Now he came out from the dream. So now by thinking that line, will he get any fear? No, no. Similarly, here also So once who is in the here and realizing that means further progressing of this jnana yoga, he will never go for the once again sense gratification. That is the point he said in the 24 and 25. Next. Evam, clear? Can you speak in mic, Prabhu? Voice is very good.
In Bhagavad Gita, there is mention of pardon of a yogi. So when he is
Baba, yes, very good. When one yogi can fall down, jnana yogi, anadruta ishmadangrayaha. Only the situation when you will fall down, the person whoever is in this path can fall down. Only the case when they are in offending anadruta ishmadangraya means offend the devotees of the Lord. Then what will happen? Bhakti Maharani will take out her help. तो इसको क्यों हेल्प देना है? ये तो मेरा भक्तों को अपराध कर रहा है, चलो इसको हेल्प नहीं करना, हेल्प हटा देगी। तब तो क्या होगा? ज्ञान साधना कितना भी प्रैक्टिस करो, उससे रिजल्ट तो निकले कि नहीं आएगा, तो सर करके गिर जाएगा। अब तब तो सोशल एक्टिविटीज करना शुरू कर देंगे, समाज सेवा, he will be doing the welfare activities. So this is going to happen. Only the situation is when they offend the Vaishnavas or Bhakti Maharani. That is the principal science. Otherwise, they will go. But if they see the Lord, Satya Bhava is not there. That means if they worship the Lord as a Maya, Vidya Bhakti Chaitanya, then also they will fall down. They cannot go further. और वो लोग इसमें इस बात में आएगा ही नहीं एक्चुअली। इस बात में आएगा ही नहीं। ये तो कौन है जो प्रॉपरली डिवोशन करने वाला, वही लोग जाएंगे। लेकिन ये लोग भी कब गिर जाएंगे? जब भगवान की भक्तों का नहीं तो भगवान का अपराध करेंगे तब गिर जाएंगे। क्यों? जो हेल्प करने वाला भक्ति है वो करना बंद कर दे। सिंपल है ना? कोई डिफिकल्टी है इस सब फिलॉसफी में? क्या डिफिकल्टी? एनी डिफिकल्टी? हाँ, ब्रह्मवादी। मायावादी को चांस ही नहीं है एक्चुअली। नो, सुली मेरा देह माइक बोलेंगे, तुम्हारा देह भी माइक ही रह जाएगा। ये भगवान का सिद्धांत है। एवं विदित तत्वस्य प्रकृतिर्मयि मानसम् युञ्जतो नापकुरुत आत्मा रामस्य कर्हिचित्। The influence of material nature cannot harm an enlightened soul, even though he engages in material activities, because he knows the truth of absolute and his mind is fixed on the Supreme Personality of God. So when he come to the Jivan Mukta stage, so even he is in the samsara and walking, the body also, Jivan Mukta means he is still in the body, but he is liberated. So such a person will not be affected by these material things. That's the point he said. Okay? Next. सिंपल और कुछ नहीं, इसमें हो गया। आप लोग सक्सेस। यदेवाध्यात्मरतः कालेन बहुजन्मना सर्वत्र जात वैराग्य आ ब्रह्मा भुवनान् मुनिः। When a person that engages in devotional service and self-realization for many years and births, he becomes completely reluctant to enjoy any one of the material planets, even up to the highest planet, which is known as Brahmaloka. He becomes fully developed in consciousness. तो भैया इधर क्या बोला जा रहा है? What is being said here? इधर तक जाने के लिए कितना दिन लगेगी? कई जन्म लग जाते। Of many births, they will reach to Kleshodiketarasteşam avyakta chetasam. Very difficult to follow this process. So those people also, yes, in the previous life they became successful in Nishkam Karma Yoga, and they came here and they left their body. So this next life they will start from here only. कुछ दिन में ही बस दरगिरी छोड़ देगा, मुझे नहीं चाहिए, संन्यास करूंगा करके तो बाबा बन जाएंगे, तो बस ज्ञान साधनाओं को अभ्यास करना शुरू कर देगा। और थोड़ा थोड़ा आगे जाएगा और भी मर गया तो दोबारा 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 बहुनाम जन्मनाम अंते। So that means he is saying here, यदा एवं अध्यात्मरतः कालेन बहुजन्मना, अनेक जन्मों के बाद सर्वत्र जात वैराग्य, then only he will be getting the complete detachment. Then from towards what, from चीटी से लेकर ब्रह्मलोक तक सबके पीछे सबके प्रति वैराग्य उत्पन्न होकर बहु जन्मों के बाद तब जाकर ब्रह्म प्राप्ति कर लेंगे। चलो बारिश भी कम हो गई। मद्भक्तः प्रतिबुद्ध्यार्थो मत्प्रसादेन भूयसा निःश्रेयसं स्वसंस्थानं कैवल्याख्यं मदाश्रयं प्राप्नोत्यञ्जसा धीरा सदृश्यच्छिन्न संशयः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तेत योगी लिंगात् विनिर्गमे। My duty actually becomes self-realized by my unlimited causeless mercy, and thus, when freed from all doubts, he steadily progresses towards his destined abode, which is directly under the protection of my spiritual energy of unadulterated bliss. That is the ultimate perfectional yoga, perfectional goal of the living entity. After giving up the present material body, the mystic devotees goes to that transcendental abode and never comes back. This mystic transcendental devotees, mystic devotees. Devotees, but mystic devotees. That's why it is what? Bhakti misra, jnana. Sadhana is being said. ब्रह्मज्योति, हाँ ब्रह्मज्योति से और आएंगे नहीं, वो कोई नहीं आएंगे बस।
Because there is no active, cannot say.
Saraswati. After class, I will discuss. కొన్ని మైక్లో చెప్పలేని విషయం. బ్రహ్మజ్యోతి నుంచి ఏమి రాదు. ఇవి రాస్తారు. కైవల్యం మీన్స్ వాట్? కైవల్యాఖ్యం బ్రహ్మ. కైవల్యం అంటే ఏం తీసుకోవాలి ఇక్కడ? అక్కడ పోయిన తర్వాత టాటా, స్పిరిచువల్ సూసైడ్ అయిపోయింది, ఫినిష్, అక్కడే ఉండిపోతుంది. అందుకనే ఈశ్వరుషత్తులు కూడా చెప్తారు, మెర్జింగ్ ఇంటు ది బ్రహ్మన్ ఈస్ వర్స్ దాన్ ది గోయింగ్ టు ద హెల్. గోయింగ్ టు హెల్ ఈస్ బెస్ట్, అట్లీస్ట్ విల్ గెట్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆఫ్ Prahlad Maharaj and also Yamaraj. Lower planets you can go, but going to Brahmajyoti is worse than the getting the Naraka actually. Yadgatva nanivartanti tadhamam Brahmajyoti. ये स्वसंस्थान देह व्यतिरिक्ति स्वरूप कैवल्याख्यम ब्रह्म अहमेव आश्रय यस्य तत्. So Lord only, that means kaivalya means I am the shelter he is saying. What is that? Brahma Jyoti. They are not going to the Lord actually, they are going to kaivalya. Said na in the sloka. What is said in the sloka? Kaivalya is said arti. So yeah, kaivalya means they will not come back. Finish. Kaivalyakyam madashrayam. That means In the Bhagavad Gita also what is saying? Kaivalya is Brahmanohi Pratishtaham. That means I am the shelter for Brahman. Similarly, here also is saying Kaivalya and I am the shelter for that. Mada Ashrayam. That means for whom I am the Ashraya. So after that, Nanivartate yogi. You will never come back. Yadgatva nanivartate yogi. समझे? हाँ, दैट इज द पॉइंट. अरे एक ऑप्शन को आप लोग क्लोज क्यों करना चाहते हैं? जो सेवा भी नहीं करना चाहते हैं, ऐसा करके संसार भी नहीं रहने चाहते हैं, उसके लिए एक ऑप्शन रखना है या नहीं? ऑप्शन तो रखो भाई. हाँ, ऐसा है ना, क्योंकि जीवात्मा को जब तक भगवान की संग नहीं मिले, भक्तों की संग नहीं मिलेगा, जीवात्मा इधर ही रहेगा. जीवात्मा अपने आप जानकर मैं भगवान की भक्ति करने करेगा क्या? मैंने एक लॉजिक, एक छोटा सा लॉजिक. जीवात्मा अपने आप ये सफरिंग्स को देखकर मैं भगवान को सेवा करना करके रियलाइज करेगा क्या? मैं कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनली भगवान की सेवक है करके अपने आप भक्त बनता है क्या? मैं 1000 बार बोला, साधु संग से ही भक्ति आता है, अपने आप जीवात्मा को नहीं आती. इससे क्या फंडा है? अनादि काल से, फ्रॉम हियर ऑनवर्ड्स, इवन इट इज देयर फॉर द एटर्नली इन्फिनिट टाइम, इट विल बी हियर ओनली. But when this Jivatma get the association of mind, axiom bola. What is the spiritual axiom? Whenever bhakti comes from the bhakti. So whenever Jivatma get the association of the devotee, from that association, Krupa is coming, that Krupa is nothing but bhakti. So bhakti comes from the bhakti only. In your heart, bhakti comes from their heart. So Jivatma, if doesn't get the association of the devotee, for how long it will be in this material world? Eternally it will be there. So bhakti will not automatically, I am the servant of the part and parcel of the Lord and I should become devotee. Like that, self-exploring can happen? Never it will happen. Similarly, in the Brahma Jyoti also, it will be there forever. Bhakti always comes from bhakti.
Serving. Serving.
By Jivatma is fit enough to serve. Sarupir Krishna Nityadas. But that serving attitude will be awakened when it come in association of devotee. Otherwise, it will be like that only.
That attitude, Krishna will. Service attitude.
That's the point. So see, that the attitude of the Jivatma, that means I-ness, is now using the sadhana, it made it as what? Anabhibhutam. That means it made it as not to function. That is the sadhana he did. Bahunam Janmana. That means many lives he took to make it Jivatma not to serve anything.
Going against.
That's the point. I understood your point. You are saying that serving attitude, is there anything it should serve? So kartrutvam, bhoktritvam, and also natritvam. These are all made it as what? Inactive. That is known as naishkarmyam. Brahman stage is known as naishkarmyam. There is no activity. That is the Jivatma is made like that. So from this it cannot fall down. What is said here? Yadgatva nanivartate. Shastra is saying, na? You are not accepting. You want to say Brahman also from it fall down? Show me the one proof in the Bhagavatam. At one sloka, even if you show, then it is accepted. The slogan called Brahman kelpi mal padippo.
Elevated.
After class, I will say, ఎక్కడ ఉండదు అది. తర్వాత వచ్చిన క్లాస్ లో. Partiality, no. Completely, it is very systematic. If Jivatma is coming in association, I said, karmis are coming with the association of what? Jnanis. See here, the diagram. When karmis are coming in association with the jnanis, then they are guided towards this. And when the karmis are coming in the association of devotees, then they are guided towards this. So, this is phenomena is kept. And by fortune, if they get association of the devotees, then only they can become devotees. And if they are the association of the jnanis, they will become the Brahman realization.
So
Otherwise, what will happen? Otherwise, it will become a force actually. Otherwise, it will become a force. Why you want to stop the option actually? It's a stopping option actually. Someone doesn't want to serve eternally.
then they get some
And that's why I'm saying that Jivatma by itself it will not know I should serve Lord. That needs always I'm saying Jivatma always wants to. So see, you are saying Brahman how it cannot come down. So it cannot come down because it is already seeing the pleasure. What? अरे इधर से क्या देख रहे हैं आप? जो भी है इधर है वो अभी आदमी बार-बार संसार को देखकर क्या बोल रहे हैं? I don't want to go back to this material pleasure. He said, na. So already he many lifetimes he practiced that he doesn't want to come and serve Maya. And also he didn't understand that constitutional position of Jivatma is serving Lord. This also he didn't understand. And he is desiring only to come out from the material world, material miseries, and doesn't want to serve. And your point is you are saying, oh, soul is having the habit of the serving mood, and why can't he come to the material world? Why it will come? It is also not coming here. Why it will come? Many lifetimes he is rejecting. Now, what we read actually, Kapila Bhagavan, what is saying? When the linga deha started burning, will he come back? Will he come back? Material pleasure? What we studied actually? He will never come back. Then after coming here, how can you say he will come back? That definition weird actually.
Okay, but Bhakti, some tivra Bhakti we have discussed so far.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that he has not performed any Bhakti. Some amount of Bhakti also that Bhakti is not following render the service to the Lord.
Baba, this bhakti is used as a sadhana, not the sadhya, not the constitutional position of Jivatma. Try to understand, you are not going to the right philosophy. I am saying, Prabhu, your voice is raising also. So I am saying clearly to you, try to understand the philosophy, logically you understand. So you are going, your voice is a little bit raising actually. I don't like it. So I am saying, no, please. So I am saying clearly, doing bhakti, that means bhakti is my constitutional position. Jive Surupe Krishna Nityadas. This kind of association, whenever he get, then only he will be doing. So the bhakti, and that bhakti will understand as a dhyeya. There's a goal. Now, in the association of the jnanis, he is doing the bhakti as a tool. Tool for what? To get the result of jnana sadhanas. Result of jnana sadhanas he wants to get. And he's seeing bhakti as just a medium. Like how he is practicing the brahmacharya vrata, how he is practicing the other vratas, like that he is practicing this bhakti also, worshipping also like that he is doing. And it is this bhakti is not like the bhakti how the pure devotee does here. So try to understand that is the association of pure devotee. We are getting the real identity of the swarup of the Jivatma, and we are thinking that. So we are understanding that Jivatma's eternal conscious position is serving the Lord. But these people are not understanding that. That's why this bhakti will not, the bhakti which what we are doing here, no. And don't say that this bhakti, Salpa Bhakti, that means this bhakti will be making them so to the pure devotion, then Who will get the Brahman relation? That means whatever the Kapil Bhagavan is saying, he is going to Brahman relation, Kavalya is getting. So then why he is saying that? That means whole chapter you want to reject. No chance. That is the side now. Why you are not understanding the given said thing actually? No, that's why they will be going and merging into the Brahman. Yeah, eternally. No, that is not there. That is there in the Vaikuntha. If they get this Salokya, Sarupya, and Sarish, they can get. They can. No, that's why it is worse than getting the Naraka.
Get the message, so they can understand the further events like Brahman, Brahman, right? So now they are like be translated, right? In the Hyderabad, like realizing the Brahman, then how he can get it further.
So see, Prabhu, Brahman relationship someone get, jnanis. That's why their relation is that much one. Finish. And if they get association of the yogis here, somewhere else, so in this process, they may become the yogi. If they get the association of pure devotee, they can become pure devotees and they can come to this side. But if they don't get any association of pure devotees, gone. That is the point. Gone. That's all. Chapter is closed. And karmi who is there in this material world, if he doesn't get the association of pure devotee, gone. Millions and millions of lifetimes also you will never get any bhakti. Bhakti cannot produce by the Jivatma's thinking, no. This is a Siddhanta actually. You have to accept this heartfully. And you cannot say against this and mess up the philosophy, everything. This is happening in everywhere. I am very much worried for this. Yeah. Mike.
This case only talking about Salja only, not the others.
This is hygiene.
So there are other people, the other four bhaktis also. It is for the people who don't do bhakti basically.
Yes.
They also more or less do the jnana and other processes. So I'm just confused. This four.
That's what I would say, okay. Listen. That is said in the Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter. Okay, in the sloka number 15. Artha jignasu, artharthi jnani. Recently also few classes back I said. So Salokya Mukti, when who does the Varnashram Dharma, they are practicing Varnashram Dharma, they are serving the Vishnu through that Varnashram Dharma, not the Devata. Devatan yanti Devavrata. So if they worship Devatas, they will go to the Devatas. If they worship through Varnashram Dharma, so the Vishnu, and one more thing, they are not associating with pure devotees. They didn't get the pure devotees association, but they are doing the Varnashram system as given in the scriptures. Then by doing that Varnashram Dharma, finally he come out from all the material desires. But he wants to have the opulence like the Lord. Spiritual, like the people may worship the Indra to get the opulence like Indra Loka's opulence. So like that, these people are worshipping Vishnu to get the opulence like Indra, like the Vishnu. And but they don't want to serve. But they are worshipping Vishnu. So they are since worshipping Vishnu, they should go to the Vishnu. And they don't want to serve, that's why they will be getting the so going there and not getting any service. And that is known as Salokya. That's the way they get.
Karma Yoga people only will without getting into Jnana Yoga. They just perform the Varnashram. That part.
That is their part.
Another category. In between these two, there is another.
Here, actually, in this Daivarnashram Dharma, you will make in this diagram how I used to show this This will be there. So here in this area you can take like this. They are not in the karmis varnashram system. There is another varnashram system, very simple. They are not associating the pure devotees. They are not aspirants of pure devotees, but they are following the varnashram system for worshipping Vishnu. And also they are not so looking for the liberation. So then they want to worship Vishnu, and then they will be going to the Vaikuntha Loka. And they will be getting the so place in Vaikuntha and opulence like Vishnu. Is another category. It is a very minute category. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
The last line, Jnana Vasudeva Sarva Samaha. And Vasudeva Sarva Viti.
Provided there is association of pure devotee. If you see the commentary of that sloka, provided this is only possible when there is association of devotee. See the Vishnu Chakrata.
He will come to this part.
This part. They will come to this side.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So whenever he gets that kind of
Association.
then he get Vasudeva is coming, then he will come to this part.
Next last sloka. Final. यदा यदा न योगोपचिता सुचेतो माया सुसिद्धस्य विसज्जतेगा अनन्य हेतुष्वतमे गतिस्या आद्यन्तकी यत्र न मृत्युहासा. When a perfect yogi's attention is no longer attracted to the byproducts of mystic powers, which are manifestations of the external energy, his progress toward me becomes unlimited, and thus the power of death cannot overcome me. So finally, किंच अणिमादि सिद्धि पर्यंता विविधाः भोगाः अंतराय रूपाः भवन्ति तासु योगी न शच्यते इत्याह. That means while performing these Ashtanga yoga or otherwise Jnana yoga, there are so many side products will be coming. When a perfect yogi attention is no longer attracted by byproducts of mystic powers, so he should not get attracted for these byproducts and keep on traveling towards the Jnana yoga process. So here Ashtanga yoga is also one of the limb of Jnana yoga. See, I said already previously, after Nishkama Karma yoga, one can approach the tattva darsi and develop the nirbheda jnanam, and finally he will be going, that means by practicing jnana, destroying the linga deha and merging into the Brahman. This also can be done. Or someone can do the yama, niyama, asana, pranayama and meditating on the Paramatma, then after that he remove his attention on Paramatma and he will be meditating on the Brahman, which in the Hridaya Akasa, Paramatma, wherever it is residing, in that space of that Hridaya, there is a Brahma Jyoti is also there. So on that he will meditate and finally merge into the Brahman. That is also possible. So that's why here, while doing the yoga, so which is part of the jnana sadhanas, so he may get the mystic yogas, but he should not get attracted for that and keep on traveling this. And also he will be not getting the once again attraction for the material things. So he will be like that traveling and finally going to the Brahman and he will never come back. Nanivartate. So, and Acharya is saying clearly. So Kaivalya means Brahma and no coming back. No coming back means no coming back. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. There should be, my point is, even if you argue, there should be logic actually. You cannot simply say that, oh, it's not like that. See there's some logic and see the whatever the text is said by the acharyas, and you have to know that means our argument should